Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone. Good afternoon, Chaos Chorus. I am Colin, Colonomicon, who's going to be your Game Master today for Episode 2 of Achtung, Cthulhu, and hopefully all the episodes after that as well. I am very, very excited to get started today because we left off in one hell of a wild spot last time. But before I get ahead of myself and jump back into the game, I'd like to go around as we do and introduce our players once again. Let us know who you are and who you're playing today and what you're looking forward to today. So I'm going to start to my digital left with my dear Charlie. Charlie, who are you playing today? What you looking forward to?
Hi, Colin. Today I am playing a dating sim set in 1944 with tentacles and privates. And I'm playing Verity Wright, who is a codebreaker, drinker, flirter, having all the fun. In general and out of general.
So, if I understand right, your answer is you're looking forward to furthering your dating sim exploits in 1944.
Yes,
okay,
Colin.
Good. As long as we're on the same page. Making a note of that. Thank you.
I plan for domination.
All right. You've certainly dominated at least that forward operating base.
It's going to be the dominatrix of that base.
Yeah.
You know me. Mm-hmm. You know me, Kate. That's how we roll.
I mean, you've got two privates under your heel, so... all right. Down below...
And what heels
Charlie,
they are.
Oh, and what heels they are. I hope you're not wearing heels. That would be very stupid. You're in the woods. Down below Charlie, we have Kate. Kate, what's up? Who you playing, and what are you looking forward to today?
Hello, everybody. I am playing Mabel Smith for you, and she's adorable. Apparently, according to me, she's meant to be. Yeah, she's the mechanic/engineer car person, and they're running around on foot at the moment. So she's completely out of her element, but she's making do. What am I looking forward to today? I mean, I have no idea what's in store, but I'm just looking forward to finding out more. Finally meeting our contact, finding out what the mission is, because we haven't been told much. So figuring out what we need to do and who these other people are, because we've never really met, and we've just sort of seeing how they roll. We're seeing it in the middle of this combat situation that we were in at the end of the last episode. So seeing all their talents come to fruition, including chatting up boys. So it's all good. All the talents everywhere. I'm just looking forward to this episode. I'm always looking forward to the episodes. I want to see what happens.
Awesome. Play to see what happens. That's the attitude. All right. To Kate's right, we have Lindy. Lindy, how are you this afternoon? Who are you playing, and what are you looking forward to?
I am doing spiffy. It's a good day, because it's a day where I get to play with these lovely people. Although I will say, chat, I have no idea why you would vote me so sus in the poll that y'all had. I don't know. I've never been suspicious a day in my life. I'm
frankly surprised. I am surprised at how much shade you're getting.
I might not be if I admitted to certain things, but I can neither confirm nor deny certain things. So I'll be playing Helen Phillips, from the New Zealand Army, who was shipped over here for this mission from Italy after having done most of her service in Africa. She's a sniper with just about 300 confirmed kills.
301
and
now.
No, it's boom. I'm very excited to see, just to get to know the group better. She's hoping for some camaraderie, because for various reasons she may not have had a lot of that in her last troop.
For various reasons. Yeah, you raise a good point, which is that you did get to know each other sort of by way of reading each other's dossiers in the first episode, but of course a lot of those contained stuff that was heavily redacted, so all of you have your own secrets, your own things that doesn't even make it into the official documents. So hey, everyone's got reasons to be sus. And all right, to the right of Helen Qua Lindy, we have Rindis, Party Wipe Games. Who are you playing today? What are you looking forward to?
Yes, hello. Speaking of most non-suspect of all, I am Alexei Sokolov. I am NKVD operative here to help allies. I am expert in demolitions and subterfuge, and I am most looking forward to seeing Verity make the smooches with tentacles.
Tentacles in chat, please, everybody. Tentacles in chat. Tentacles and kissy faces. Can we combine those two? Just for
There are tentacle
Charlie?
hearts. So
True. Yes. You know that if anything encapsulates Charlie's so far approach to this episode or to this show, it's definitely tentacles and hearts.
and there's buckets of water in case
awesome.
you're thirsty.
All right, and all right. So we have Alexei Sokolov, played by Rindis, and up above Rindis, last but absolutely not least, we have Kat. How you doing, Kat? Who you playing? What are you looking forward to?
I'm doing all right. I've got cats everywhere, so I apologize when the black tentacles start waving across the screen. I'm
meta.
playing Judith Gold. I'm playing Judith Gold. She is an OSS SOE trained operative who has spent pretty much most of the war behind the lines, bringing people out and organizing resistance groups. And she got tapped for this mission because she pretty much knows her way around this behind our enemy lines here. And I'm really looking forward to finding out what's going to happen now with our operative dead, and if they're going to be able, or almost dead, if they're going to be able to give us the information that we need to track down Dagger, because they're the ones that were supposed to lead us to where we needed to go.
Yeah, and we're going to find that out very soon. But for a very, very brief recap, all of our agents met last episode at the forward operating base, all 5 of them, loaded out of a truck and blindfolded, except for Helen, who was in a crate, because reasons. You all met with General Strang, your rather sort of stodgy quest giver for this particular mission. Charlie flirted with him aggressively at one point. After learning that your mission was to rescue, you have 2 objectives. One, to rescue or execute Marta Archambaud, the resistance leader who has been captured by the Nazis. However, they fear that she may have given up information, and if so, well, that's why you brought a sniper. And also why Alexei brought piano wire. Your second mission is to find out just what the hell the Nazis are doing back there, because there's been a lot of movement behind enemy lines recently, and it seems like they're planning something, but General Strang is certain that it can't be some kind of offensive, because that would be absolutely ridiculous in the middle of winter, and they just don't have the forces to actually do it. So whatever they're doing, it's pretty sus. You were all told to meet your contact, Gaston Moreau, at the Charred Oak in the middle of the forest. And you made it there with some difficulty. Some things were lost along the way. Some people dropped some ammo and some grenades as they went through the mud and tripped over tree roots and skinned their knees. But they did make it there eventually, but not before they were discovered by a sniper hiding in a nearby tree. In the ensuing sniper battle, Judith and Alexei showed their guts and grit by running straight at the fire in order to confuse the sniper. Verity tried to pull off some clever ruses by hanging her jacket on a stick, and all that happened was she lost her jacket in the process. Mabel, was it Mabel? Oh, it was Verity was shot in the leg in this battle, but you were all able to keep the sniper confused enough and searching for different targets that your trained sniper herself, the one that the Germans call Hullenbalt, which I learned from Lydia, by the way, I used the wrong word. Hellspawn would be Hellspawn plural. So we changed it. You're actually Hullenblaut, which means Hell Dame or Dame from Hell, which works just as well. Your trained sniper was able to get off a Sniper Elite 4 X-ray zoom shot right down this Nachtwolfe sniper scope and drop him from a tree. Judith then approached the Charred Oak and found your contact having been shot through his abdomen. He spoke the passphrase to you, brisk walk, very awfully cold night for a brisk walk, to which Judith replied yes, but the snow falls evenly, and began to treat his wounds. After that, we learned something, you, the audience, learned something, that the rest of these people don't know. Somewhere in the world, in an office, a phone call came in from General Eisenhower saying that Agent Owl was in place in the team, that Operation Minerva is still a go, and that the other 4 have absolutely no idea. So that is where we are now. Judith, you have knelt down to hold pressure on the wound of this man. He is dressed in civilian clothing, brown tweeds, leather shoes, a simple newsboy cap, just looks like any other Belgian villager. But he does match the description of your contact, and he knew the passphrase. How are you treating him, really, and what do you say to him as he's bleeding quite profusely through your fingers?
Yeah, she really doesn't have, much more than like a personal first aid kit that everybody's issued. So she's like trying to get some gauze as she's holding some pressure on it, hoping that somebody a little bit better trained or better supplied is going to be coming up shortly. But she's like, what do we need to know? Tell me.
I can make it, but you just need to pack this wound. It's not as bad as it looks. That sniper was a shitty shot.
Right, of course. You're going to be just fine. We'll get this wound packed. And she's like looking around like, where is everybody? We'll get this
so where is everybody?
Alexei would have been
Still
right behind Judith coming the other way. So he would have probably securing the perimeter, making sure nobody else was going to be sneaking up on us. So Judith is like, where is everybody else? Alexei is just like, no worries. They are right behind us. I am certain of it. We got a pretty good lead, though.
I can tell you what I know, but really, you're gonna need me alive, because I'm the one that's supposed to show you, oh, son of a bitch, to your base. We've set up a spot for you, and if you get me out of here alive, I can get you there. It's a little farmhouse. It's a little farmhouse. The Nazis think it's abandoned. It's called the Ferme Dubois. It's an old estate just outside of Arduette. There's a tunnel.
How is he looking? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That was it.
We need
There's a
medical
tunnel.
care. Quick. We need somebody with medical care. Now. He's going to die on us if we don't.
Keep pressure on the
And I say this to you in Russian.
Yeah.
You can see she's actually doing it.
Yeah, he'll respond without hesitation. Keep pressure on it. I'll go get them. And he'll turn and give them some time and look for the others.
Yeah, so Helen, you were down, I believe, like dropped prone with your sniper rifle. And do you see from through your scope, you saw the body fall from the tree, so you know that you got the kill shot on that sniper.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll start with you. What do you do?
She will, he dropped from the tree, but it could just be really good acting. So just to be sure, she's going to change position, like back out, shift over a bit, and then stand up behind a tree. Then be like, call out, everyone all right? Sure, she heard several bullets. Goodbye.
The contact is down. We need medical attention.
Right. Anyone here know first aid?
No. Basics? I mean, what we went through in training. Verity, did you get hit? I thought you called out.
Meanwhile, Verity, down behind a tree, hip flask in hand, dealing with her own bleeding leg, looking sadly at favorite red jacket with hole in it. What happened? Where is everybody? And like Verity comes crawling out from behind the tree.
Sniper's down, but so is our contact. Apparently, he needs medical attention, which I mean, I could give it a go, but it didn't end very well the last time. Is all I'm gonna say. And I go towards the sniper's body, make sure he's definitely down.
I'll help Verity up if she needs it. Give her a shoulder to lean on if she's limping, because she got in the leg, right? The thigh. So I don't know how badly, but...
Yeah, you can see Mabel...
kind of like...
Yeah, go ahead.
It, so it's not like bleeding out like super bad, but she's probably bleeding pretty bad. It probably hurts like a bitch.
Yeah, I think it was like it was almost a flesh wound because it didn't go I can't quite remember.
Yeah, what are you wearing? What are you wearing on your legs, Verity?
Well, Colin, tonight.
Who are you wearing?
Nothing, because we're on stream.
Nothing, because I'm a streamer.
Just
PJ Bones.
It's just eye pencil up the leg.
Yeah, I think she was wearing pants. I think she was wearing like tailored pants with her outfit. Okay. So probably not anything very protective. You know, thin cotton or wool pants probably.
Right. So Mabel, you can see that there's no bullet hole through Verity's pants. It is on the right side of her thigh. The fabric has been torn, and you can see a kind of long kind of gash there where it looks like the bullet grazed along her leg. So it's not a serious wound, but it, you know, I don't think you've ever been shot, Mabel. I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're muted.
God's sake. No. Let's say no.
No.
I haven't.
Well, okay. I mean, you can still tell that hurts like a bitch. That's gonna sting pretty hard, and there is a decent amount of bleeding, but it's not a wound that's gonna kill her. You can tell.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll kind of help with what she's already kind of tried to do. What she's already tried to do. I'll just sort of assist with that, and and then help her up. Give her something to lean on if it is causing a little bit of pain to sort of walk. I expect she's not too bad though. It's more uncomfortable rather than I can't walk on this. So yeah.
She'll snatch up her kit bag, so to speak, which is just stuffed with disguises, and there's like a half pulled out fatigue jacket that she was in the middle of trying to change into when she got shot. And oh, that's right, she tied it off with her sock. Okay, so there's a bright white sock that's been tied to her leg.
Because you brought extra socks.
I brought extra socks, so that's probably like her makeshift padding, bandage, whatever. I just remembered about that, so she's got that. And yeah, she'll go over to check out the injured contact.
Yeah.
But as we go, she'll push like, what do we already know? What's he already told us? Because it's like, if he's gonna die, I need to know everything he knows before he dies.
Right.
Yeah, we just know it like real quick.
So, Verity, I would like you to roll a difficulty 1.
All right.
Coordination and medicine check.
Coordination. Oh, very good. All right.
Is there a way I can assist on that?
Well, I was going to have Mabel do it because she said she was helping stabilize her essentially right now as she was carrying her. So.
All right. So with the assist, Mabel needs to roll first, correct?
Yes. So Mabel, you would just roll 1d20, just one on an assist. You roll 1d20 as a healing medicine check, and if you succeed, you'll give her an extra die.
Oh no, I've lost Twitch chat. Okay. Come back, chat.
Oh,
So what is your coordination medicine target number with those two numbers added together?
11. I don't have anything in medicine, but my coordination is pretty good. It's 11.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
So my target number would be 11, you say? And then focus is just 1 as always. Submit.
If you don't have any points in medicine, then it would just be 1. You got it. All right, that's 1 success. So yeah, how are you helping specifically with Verity?
I think I'm probably like getting out my med kit, because I'm sure we all, like Judith says, like we've all got something. Like even if we're not medical people, we'll all have something that we can stop our own problems. So I will dig out a bandage and replace the sock with an actual bandage. And hand
Something
her back
actually
the
sterile.
bloody sock if it's yeah. So that I'm assuming, yeah, that's what I would be looking at doing.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so that'll give you an extra die. So now you can roll your medicine coordination test, Charlie, with 3d6. Or, sorry, 3d20.
And can I buy an additional dice for threat?
You may. With a threat, you got it.
Oh no, with momentum. We've got momentum, right?
Okay, fine. Yes.
Can I do
with momentum.
So I was looking at the wrong screen. I didn't even
either or.
think.
You can do either or, but
so all right. So I've been given a dice. Do I
thereof.
now have to pay the higher cost, or is it still just one momentum? Question mark.
Still just
one for one, I
doesn't
think, and 3 for 2, right? Is that what we're saying? Yeah.
The first die cost 1, the second one cost 2, the third one cost 3. But the one you get from the help, you don't have to buy with momentum, so don't worry about that.
All right, perfect. So I'm rolling 40-20 with a target number of 12.
Yep.
And 2 successes. You said target 1, so there's 19, so for 1 complication? Or no?
Yeah. Yes. So I'm going to take that complication and pay it forward into my threat pool. So I'll give myself an extra threat from that.
Спасибо.
But yes, you did succeed. So tell me how you
All right, Mabel, pull out some more supplies quickly. I'm going to need, that's a lot of blood. All right, so we need to stop this first. And she'll begin kind of walking through what she's doing, and then she'll stop and she'll let Mabel like properly tend to her leg, and she'll say thank you, and then she'll be able to sit more comfortably next to our contact, I think. Because that's the main thing, like she wouldn't have been able to crouch near him or be really close to him with like that amount of pain. So she'll kind of find a good position and Mabel can help. And then the things that she can't do, she can instruct Mabel to do. Where was he shot, Colin?
He was shot in the lower right abdomen. And actually, by the way, that's 2 threat I get from a complication, so I'm going to add that.
All right.
I forgot about that.
That's fine.
Yes, he was shot in the lower right-hand side abdomen.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
And she'll look around and she'll call to Judith to come closer, and she'll tell Judith to get out a notepad and pen, and she's gonna try and coax the contact into giving us all the information, because an abdomen wound is very bad, and even if we can like keep him alive, moving him is gonna slow us down and probably put us in more danger right now. So it's gonna be try and stabilize him, but what we'll have to do is probably just try and get a signal back to base camp to get them to come pick him up, because we can't take him with us.
You do have
that
your
would
radio.
That would be Verity's kind of judgment call on this.
So Judith Judith would relay real quick to Verity what the contact's already told her, just quietly whispering in her ear, and then write that down as well, using Cipher, and then we'll back off and let Verity take over, holding pressure on the wound and doing what she needs to do.
All right. If Verity's going to be taking the lead on healing this guy, Judith, do you want to help?
Yeah, Judith can help, certainly.
Okay. So this is your 2-person team. So you'd roll coordination medicine, just 1d20.
Okay. All right.
And if you beat your target number, Verity will get an extra die on hers.
Okay, my target number is 10.
Okay.
I do have a focus in medicine.
Great. So
that's
nice.
So what's your medicine?
I mean, I don't have a focus. I have a 1 point in medicine as a skill. I don't have a focus.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Not a focus. Okay. All right.
Okay. So just.
So that means that would add. Yeah. That would add to whatever you. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Nope.
All right, so Judith, tell me why are you struggling to help right now?
At this point, she's trying to juggle this pen and paper, relaying everything to Verity. She's trying to to get this notebook, relay the information to Verity, but she's also trying to do so in a way that is not going to kind of reassuring the contact that he's not going to die.
Mm.
So she's got like four things she's trying to do at the moment, all while this guy's dying in her arm, underneath her hands, and trying to keep him from, yes, of course you're going to be fine. We're going to get there. Blah blah.
Yeah, you're trying to thread this needle between you're going to be fine, but also we need to know everything you know in case you die, which may not be totally reassuring for for Gaston.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Charlie, you do not get any help, but you may roll you can spend momentum or give me threat or whatever.
I'm going to spend 1 more momentum, so I'm up to 3 dice.
Okay.
Target is still 12. Actually, question, can I have done the reading on this? Can I have done some reading on gunshot variants? Okay.
Absolutely.
So for anyone wondering, Verity has a feature, or a talent, I should say, called Did the Reading. You study every fact in detail about the situations you are likely to encounter on your missions, and once per scene, you may use academia instead of any other skill and count as having a focus for that skill test. So that makes my medicine go up to a 5, because I have 5 in academia. And I gain a focus as well.
You have a focus 5. Yeah. So your focus number 5.
So my target number is now 15, and my focus is
and if you
5.
get a 5 or under, it's a crit. So.
Yes.
Pretty sweet. Wow.
Nailed it with a complication. Enjoy that.
Would you like? Yeah, nailed it. Oh boy.
And pepperonis. Can I spend? No, you know what? Fuck it. He can die. I don't care. I'm not spending anything to save him.
Savage Verity.
Say it like it is.
Wait. Question.
We need you to Yeah, I was gonna say he said earlier it was like Harrison Ford, right? So I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's like Harrison Ford.
No,
no, he totally
Harrison Ford. Yeah.
It's a fortune, right, to reroll? Is that right?
Yeah.
Or I give you threat and we reroll.
Yes. Let me very quickly. Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah. So all right, let's play the scene a little bit while Colin looks at the rules.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me just check that.
All right, Judith, please focus. We need to stop the bleeding. This is going to be very painful for him, so we need to probably medicate him, because if he freaks out, then that'll just put him in shock quicker, and then he'll definitely die. And she's kind of thinking aloud.
So Judith will reach in and pull out her little morphine thing and just slam it into the guy's arm, into the muscle of the leg.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Charlie, a fortune point may be spent. A fortune point may be spent to turn one of your dice into an instantaneous 1, so it's automatically 2 successes.
You know what? I'll do it. You can have my fortune point.
Okay.
Take it. I'll save him.
I will take this. Thank you.
He'll take. Okay, I pay.
So. You spend your fortune point to get an auto crit, essentially. So that's 2 successes right away. And it was difficulty 2, so that is not going to give you any momentum. But
and you still get your complication.
And I still have my complication. Yeah. So. Judith, you jabbed him with morphine. Okay. Verity, you start dressing this man's wound. It is bleeding very profusely. As you're holding pressure, it's coming up through your fingers, and you feel it's very, very difficult to stay this bleeding. But with just holding very consistent pressure and using a combination of like all of the dressing type things you have, bandages and also socks, and wrapping a bit, I don't want to put anything on you here, but let me say, like, your tattered red jacket, would you mind using that? You would mind using
It's already red, so, you know, he's not going to know.
Already red.
Blood coming out. You know, it's already ruined.
Yeah, this is why the Romans wore red. So you wrap it around to hold all the dressing in place, take the sleeves of the jacket and tie them in a very tight knot all around, and there's now enough pressure to stay the bleeding. And it seems like he's He's not wincing in pain as much, though that could be the morphine. But the bleeding has stopped to such a degree that you did the reading, so in your professional academic judgment, he's gonna make it. Complication
Alright, we need
is
to get the rest of the information and then get him out of here.
complication
Go
is he's tweaking on morphine from Judith jabbing him, so his speech slows, but he's not losing color in his face. He doesn't look like he's dying. He's just wow.
There you go, you found the happy place. Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright, somebody bring me a jacket. We need to keep him warm. Now, contact, whose name I've promptly forgotten. Is there any more information you can give us? Gaston. Very good
It's
label.
Jack.
Jack.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Sorry, Gaston. Yeah, fuck. Oh.
Okay. Right. Yes.
Where is it we have to go?
Farmhouse. Nice, quiet farmhouse. Sheep. There are sheep. Sheep.
We're in France. Of course there are sheep.
You're in Belgium.
Oh no, that's what I meant. We're in Belgium. There are definitely lots of sheep in Belgium and cows.
I did not have that particular stereotype.
Oh, it's very flat. That's about all there is. At least
Yeah,
it's flat
it's
until we
fucking boring.
re-landscaped it with bombs. Yes, quite. Anyway, back to the farmhouse.
Mhm.
Which direction? Is there a contact there? If you point randomly into the woods right now, I'll cut your hand off.
That way.
I mean, I don't think that would make him get better if you did that.
You gotta go to the town, which is that way. And
Right.
you gotta see, there's a black boar. You gotta find the black boar.
Right, I need to find the black boar. Is that a pub? Is that a man? Is that a literal black boar?
It is so much more than a pub. It's so good.
Alright, we need to find a pub.
How
Got
many
it.
Germans are in the town?
Oh, lots of them. Yep,
Good.
whole bunch.
Brush up on German. Note to self.
So many Jerrys.
Is there a code? Is there a passphrase? We already know about the snow.
Well, I'm supposed to be with you, so.
Well,
if,
that's not going to happen.
Well, we didn't work this part out. I wasn't supposed to get shot.
No, you weren't. Well, now we're improvising. How am I going to explain a man with a gunshot wound to the gut when we walk into a town full of Germans? Think it through. You have to go back.
Hunting accident.
You gotta be sneaky. We're
don't
all
think-
sneaky. You're all sneaky.
We can be sneaky, but I'm not sure if you can.
Not in your current state.
Jack.
Gaston, don't call me that. Don't call me that. I shouldn't have said that. Don't call me that.
Well, yes,
Gaston.
you're the one who called yourself.
It's easy enough to a farming accident to bring him in to town.
I mean,
Done before. The Germans aren't going to insist on looking at the wound. All they're going to see is somebody bleeding from a farming accident.
this, long as you get there before the church bells ring.
How long until then?
Why?
Pull out pocket watch to check the time.
It is about, at this point, about 4:30 in the morning, and he says they ring the church bells at dawn. That's usually when the Nazis show up.
Alright, and it's winter, so dawn is going to be later. We're in November, right? Is that right? We're in November?
Yeah, you're November. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're looking probably like a 6 a.m. dawn bell. So we've got like an hour and a half.
You can make it.
How far is the time?
I mean, if we get going now, we should just make it in time, I think.
You don't happen to have a vehicle here, do you? Like a car or something?
I walked, but
Okay.
there's lots of Germans that come in and out of here and in and out and in and out, and they have stuff, armored cars, and they got a train, which is weird. There's a train. They put a train in.
Oh, okay.
Train.
I just wondered because I could hide you in the car if we needed to.
Alright, if we're going into town and saying there's a farming accident, then we need to look at like farmers. And she's gonna side-eye Helen really hard, who's been wearing shorts this entire time in the middle of Belgium.
No. I got clothes. I had clothes. I got clothes from the let's see, Quartermaster Smedley.
Did you actually dress them though? Because I seem to remember you were still in shorts when I last looked.
No, she changed. She got the clothes she could change before leaving because shorts are very cold in December or November. So, yeah, no, she would have put on actual clothes. But she does have her sniper rifle with her. And she's... did she find anything on Mr. Sniper Man out of the tree?
Oh, yeah. So, he's got... where is it? He's got some pretty standard German equipment.
Okay.
He has... Where is it? He has a grenade, which I believe would be the GP grenade. And if it's not, well, that's what it is now. His sniper rifle is definitely inferior to the one that you have recently procured.
Is his ammo the same?
Yes.
Of, rifle ammo is interchangeable. Cool. I'll replenish.
Yeah, so I will give you. So it'll be one ammo for purposes mechanically.
Cool.
Yep, and he has a little concealed pistol on him too. Much like Sergeant Smedley was sort of impressing upon Verity, he has like a little like boot pistol essentially.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you're interested in his rifle, I can pull you up stats, but it's a...
no, mine's better. That's fine.
Yeah, yours is pretty boss, to be honest with you. I also would have to pronounce this extremely difficult to pronounce German name, so...
Oh.
I will...
I'll spare you
When
that.
I did
The
not,
German rifle.
I did not,
The
German rifle. A name that I did not run by Lydia before I started the session today, so I should have done that. So yeah, he is also... You now see Helen. He is very much dead. The back of his skull is gone.
Nice.
Your shot went right down the scope through the eye and blew out the back of this guy's head. So he never had time to suffer. He just went out like a light.
Good. Cool. All right. Yep. She checked, and then she would have gone over and just stood by and listened as they do medical things, but she's not the medical person. She's the hide in the bush and shoot people from far away person. So just observing.
Take
listening.
apart person, not the put together.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's a way to look at
Alexei is gonna slide up next to Helen and just be like, "It was a good shot. He shouldn't have gone against you. Even I could see that. He's a real no-brainer."
I see what you did there for fun. Thanks. It was just, I mean, you don't really want to snipe from a tree if you can help it, because you can't reposition, and then people know exactly where you are within 2 shots, 3 shots.
Should always be moving.
Exactly.
Alexei,
and we
can you help
did...
me build the... Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say we unlocked our first retweet goal of the day, so that is going to pay forward into the party's momentum. So thank you so much for giving them that. And I think it's only fair, since you guys only can have 6 tops, that when we hit retweet goals, I'll top you guys up. So you have 6 momentum now.
Sweet.
And Judith, go ahead.
Judith is going to head over to Lexi and ask him to help her build a litter for, so that they can carry their contact.
Absolutely.
And,
Let's do it.
So she's going to pull. She's going to reach down into her boat. She's going to pull out a nice, what Verity will and Mabel will recognize as a Fairburn Sykes fighting knife, and just start looking for appropriate sized trees that they can just take down, trim the branches off, and pin a blanket to or something. Tie a blanket off to it. Carry him.
Yeah, that makes like a bedroll. I can imagine that would work.
Yeah.
And Helen, I think Verity, if she sees you come back from the sniper, she's gonna suggest, I really think you should disable that weapon. If we're leaving it behind, at least it shouldn't work. Do you think you can do that? The German rifle.
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, I can do it if you can't do it, but I really need to stay with our dear friend Jack here.
Disassemble.
Yeah, just break the shit out of that gun.
No, disassemble. Number 5.
No, disassemble.
Yeah. Helen will definitely swing the sniper behind. Be like, oh, I'll just disassemble it. She'll just take it apart a little bit, take out like a crucial piece, and then just put it back together, because she knows how to take apart a rifle and put it back together.
All right.
All right, so what are we doing?
Mabel, do you think you can figure out our path? Your navigation, right?
Well, I guess kind of. Yes, I need to know.
When you do transport, so navigation goes to that.
Right. Yes, I do have a compass and the map that we were given. So he said it's the town, which is, as he says, that way. So
It's the town of Arduette. There's a, we're headed for the town of Arduette. There's a farmhouse called Ferme Dubois that they're using. The Nazis think it's abandoned. That's what they're using for a safe house. That's our actual safe house, but our contact's at the Black Boar.
Okay, well,
and there's something
let's
about
head in
a
that
tunnel,
direction.
He said.
I'm gonna. Can I check the map? Is there any obvious tunnels on the map?
Oh, so, guys, we never did this last time, but I wanted to draw your attention to something. And I promise I am answering your question, Mabel, just in a roundabout way.
No, carry on.
One of your momentum spends that you can do is you may spend momentum to uncover information.
That's true. Yes,
so
obtain information.
You get to, so you get to spend momentum, and you get to ask me as the GM a question that I must answer truthfully. I can be evasive about it, but I will have to answer your question truthfully. So if you ever want to obtain more information about the world, you're welcome to do so.
Right.
In this instance, I don't think you need to do that because you have a map in front of you. And you do not see on the map any obvious tunnels. However, I mean, just sort of common sense. This town has sewers, certainly. That could be what he's referring to. There's any number of reasons why there could be some form of tunnel beneath the town, but you don't see any marked on this map that you have of the area.
There's no, like, train tunnel marked, right? It's just, the implication is it's a secret underground tunnel.
It's just a secret tunnel. And is there anything I can spend a momentum if need be for this? But because I expect there's not a big thing on the map saying the Black Boar Pub or whatever, but as they mentioned, a farmhouse. Then is there a building that I can see near the town that could possibly be the thing they're indicating, and so that I can be at least heading towards the right kind of way? I could potentially even ask the guy, pointed out, where's the farmhouse on this map, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty out of it, but I'll take your momentum spend and I'll give you a straight answer on this. So that's... Sure. Yeah, you see that the town is, from the way it's shaped on this map, I'll actually give you 2 little bits of information for that, since you sort of asked 2 things, and it's fair to give both. There's... it's not a very big town. It looks like... Mabel, you're English, so you kind of know the layout of a kind of standard market town. And this definitely looks like that. It has a kind of town square area where it looks like there'd be market stalls set up. And you actually discern that it is, because of the day of the week, it is market day. It's Sunday. So it probably would be a decent crowd in the town, too, which might be able to help conceal your approach. And because of the layout of the town, you can guess with even though there's no labels, you can guess with pretty near certainty where a pub would be. It's going to be on or near that market square, certainly. That's where like all of the main businesses, that's sort of the high street area, where you're likely to find such a thing. And a farmhouse, you do see that around the periphery of the town, there are various little farmhouses on the outskirts, more out to the fields, away from the market square, and there are some that look pretty isolated out there, that very well could be the one that he's referring to, but you just can't tell from this map which one it would be. But there definitely are. You can see plenty of dotted around the town, some farmhouses out in the middle of fields that are quite remote.
Okay, and from the mumbling, if I'm able to ask this anyway, but from the mumblings that he did it seem like he was suggesting that you find the Black Boar pub and from there there's a tunnel to a farmhouse, or kind of the other way around almost, that there's some sort of link maybe between a farmhouse and a... Okay. All right, trying to find which farm is going to be harder than finding the pub and then going through the tunnels.
Finding the Black Boar would get you directly where you need to go.
Right. Okay, so having a look here, I think we are going to end up right in the middle of this town, potentially on market day. So we might want to grab out any of those civilian clothing that we might have. I think that would probably be a good idea. So, yes. And your best German accents, maybe.
Belgian.
Belgian accents, yes. That would be better. Right.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
But yes, you obviously did really well, and she looks at his wound.
Can I
throw something at you?
Yeah, sure. See if it sticks.
I have a talent called Chameleon, which allows me to spend a fortune point to establish that I already have an appropriate alias complete with corresponding papers and other trappings in a secure location nearby. Can we say that Judith knows this Ferme Dubois as a drop point?
I mean, if you want to get it nearby...
She's not sure how to get there from here. She doesn't know how to get from here to there, but once she gets in the area, she knows where Ferme Dubois is. She doesn't know how to get to the town from here, but she knows where the farmhouse is located in relation to the town.
So, what I will give you is, so the real crux of that talent to me is that you have the whole identity and setup and all that set to go.
Yeah.
Ferme Dubois, I just don't think you would know, but you can have that drop ready for you, basically anywhere in town that you want it to be. Yeah.
Okay. Can we put it in a farm that's right on the edge of town?
Sure. Yeah. So you can get there before you go all the way in. Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so there are some decrepit farmhouses on the edge of town that the Nazis would, probably not pay much mind to, that are kind of, old crumbling barns and whatnot, where it'd be very easy to stash something like that among the hay bales. And,
And
you have contacts that could make that happen.
All right.
I have a focus that is stealth disguise if I need to help people dress up.
I will need
Dress
help,
up scene.
for sure. Yeah.
You
I
can get the makeup.
I
Makeovers.
have stealth, but I do not have disguise. I need to not look Russian.
I'm camouflage.
Gaston says, I mean, as long as you don't talk much, it's probably okay, but I'll tell you what, the Germans have a terrible ear for accents. It's part of, I guess that's what happens when you think that you're racially superior to everyone else on Earth. You kind of just don't pay that close attention. So I've managed to get away with sounding like this for a while. They're not very good at this. They're not slick.
All right, then it's time to go. We get to the farm that Judith wants to go to get her things, and we see about getting you help, Gaston. And we go and find our contact point, Black Boar. Get to Ferme Dubois.
Before the bells ring.
Yes, in about an hour.
Let's
from
get
now.
a move on
we need
then.
To go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yep.
Start marching.
Okay, so I'm going to do this slightly differently than I did last time. I want to know who's taking the lead in kind of leading everyone through the woods here.
Are we doing
Verity, I would say cannot because she has an injured leg, so she would probably be nearer the back. Obviously,
Okay.
we tended the leg, you're still going to be slower, and as such, she can't. Yeah, but what I'd like to do is keep watch on the back. She can at least use her eyes and ears to watch the back.
Okay. So you'll be helping. So the way we're going to do this is that one person is going to roll the actual check to navigate through the forest and get there quickly. Everyone else is going to be counted as helping if you're capable of doing so.
Do we? I mean,
so that
like,
would be-
not to meta, but do we know roughly what that sort of skill would be? Like, if who would be the skilled person in that? Is it survival?
Yeah, it's coordination survival to get there. So whoever wants to take the lead on that, who among you do you think is the best sort of survivalist tracker type who can navigate your way to civilization easily?
I don't know. Mine would be 12.
I can help us do it quietly.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
have a
it's
one
going to
in
be
survival.
10. I have one.
Is it Helen?
So
No, Mabel's
think
better
it's
than me.
Mabel.
Mabel has 12.
Yep.
I have 10.
Oh,
I think,
time to
yeah, my
shine, Mabel.
coordination is quite high for all the vehicle stuff. I guess you can't not have coordination if you're driving. All right, I can do that. So you want me to roll
you
for
wait.
that? So coordination and
no,
survival.
you wait because we're gonna see how many extra dice you get from everybody helping first. So
Okay, yeah, I was going to say because otherwise they'll start
Helen will
buying
try to
some.
help.
Let's see.
She's just
yeah,
not
Judith can help with
particularly-
Judith will help us get there quietly with the
Okay.
stealth.
So Verity, you're helping by keeping watch. So roll your check. 1D. It's just 1d20 for this coordination survival.
All right. So that's going to be a 10 for my target. Because I don't have any survival skills. 1d20. Target 10. No focus. No successes.
Nothing from you. Okay.
Yep.
Helen.
Yeah, Helen would be
See if you can help
helping.
and tell me how you're doing it.
Yeah, she'd be helping that guy, our
Mhm.
very subtle Jack Gaston Moreau. But she'd be on one side, but she'd be pointing out things like 'cause she's used to seeing what areas are frequented because she's looking for not those areas typically when she's trying to find a nice little hidey hole. So she'll be like, "Oh, someone's traveled through this way. You can see because she'll point out the more traversed areas because that generally leads to town."
All right. So roll coordination survival. 1d20. All right, that's 1. That's going to be an extra dice for Mabel when we get there. Alexi, are you helping? And if so, how?
I have a little bit of coordination and survival, so I'll probably be giving Mabel a hand with that while they keep a lookout and drag the other people. So I have a 9 plus 1, so that'll be 10 for me.
Yeah.
All right, yep. Common thing, it seems.
Yeah, we picked a very specialized group here, guys. No meds, no...
Yeah. Where's our
You're good at what you do.
We good at what we do, and not much else. Hey, high five, Charlie. 11 club.
And Judith.
Yeah, so Judith is actually going to, if you allow it, to use stealth, because
Sure,
she
it's
does
still
have a
gonna be
focus
1d20
in
though.
roll stealth.
Yeah, do it as a...
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yep,
So yeah, you're
so-
contributing by helping to keep things quiet. Okay, I'll allow it.
Yep. So 1d20. My target number is 13. And I do have a focus, so do I put the skill points that I have in stealth in there, correct?
Yeah, and if you do get, I'll pay forward extra dice if you kick ass and get like,
Okay.
multiple crits.
All right.
1 success.
There you go.
2.
There's your two successes.
So Mabel, you get 5d20s. So roll that coordination survival.
I didn't
on a
even have to
5d20.
spend any momentum or give you any threat. Nice. Okay.
Teamwork.
So 5d20s.
Makes the dream work.
And we use survival and coordination, which gets me 12. So skill test 5, submit. 12, submit. 1 focus still. There's no. I'm not using a focus.
Do you have
myself, am I? So
You don't. I don't think
no,
you have a focus.
apart from stealth,
anything.
disguise. No, vehicles and engineering, and then stealth, disguise. That's my focuses.
Yeah, no.
Are all of those.
Yep. So focus
That's
1.
fine. Submit. 3 successes. Oh, there's a 20 in
and
there.
a complication. And a complication. You. All right, Mabel. Tell me how you're leading everyone
Yes.
through the forest to the first stopping at the farmhouse that Judith is trying to direct you to. So, tell me how you make the lead. How do you do this?
I think she's much more comfortable behind the wheel than she is on foot doing this. So there's a tendency for her to want to find stuff that looks like that's almost too wide, like she's looking for almost paths and roads and stuff like that. But she's very much back to her training and compass in one hand, map in the other, under the moonlight, trying to sort of remember all the different things of like that's the direction, okay, and then this many things,
North Star that
to this
way.
tree, and then a little bit. So she's very methodical about all of that, but they're trying to stay quiet anyway, so that's fine. And just sort of trying to keep the pace up while not leaving everyone behind. So there's probably a bit of start-stop, like she heads off and then she realizes she's almost leaving people behind and just stops there while she figures out the next route, and once they all catch up, they're off again. That sort of thing. God, it takes me back to my Duke of Edinburgh days of trekking in the wilderness of Wales and stuff.
Did you get your goal?
Sure. I did. I never wanted. I didn't want to do gold in the end. I was like, I've done bronze and silver. Do I have to do gold as well? Yeah, I don't mind walking. But walking with a big pack.
No idea what you're talking about. But
I know. Sorry, it's a very British thing. It's basically
like a
there's a
scout
lot of like when you're younger,
kinda
you're sort of
Scout thing.
kind of like scouts. I
Yeah.
guess it's like personal achievement stuff. But one of it is like a certain amount of like miles with a big backpack and camping for like 3 days and yeah. And then the
Not
Duke of Edinburgh
dying.
goes, congratulations, well done. Here's a
Congratulations.
certificate. It's going to be really useful for your CV. It really isn't useful for any resumes or anything. It's just like, well done, you're a child
Didn't they
who's
just make
now
like an
marched.
Amazon horror movie about that?
I wouldn't be
Did they?
surprised. I'm
Well,
not a
it was
horror
like
fan. I'm a
these-
scaredy cat, though.
Yeah, it was like
Gonna
these
have to figure that out,
troubled youths
Yes.
got enrolled into
The
it, and
four
then it
boys.
turned out they were like people hunting. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, so it is a
adding
big
that to my
It's
list.
on Amazon. Yep.
Adding that to my list.
Okay.
You
Checking it.
you have made the Duke of Edinburgh very proud.
Thank you.
With your tracking skills here. It's not as you say, you're methodical. This is not quick going probably, but you do make it, and you're recognizing signs of civilization, and you do start to see. At a certain point, you start to see. You've kind of made it when you start to see like telegraph wires that are coming along a road nearby, and you can see the town not far. And the farmhouse that Judith pointed out is just off the road. You're probably from here, you're about half a mile outside of town, which, not a very long walk. But there is this small little farmstead situated by the side of the road behind a kind of ramshackle fence. The place looks deserted, but there is a barn. There's a barn behind it, you see, Judith, that the door is slightly ajar, and you recognize on the corner of the door, carved directly into the wood, is a small symbol that looks like this, which you recognize as a covert symbol for a safe house or a dead drop location.
Oh, she kind of gives a little bit of that tension kind of goes out of her. Okay. And she will slip her way inside.
Okay. There's nothing in here but hay bales, pitchforks, and basic farming equipment. There's pitchforks, rakes, various things that you'd use around a farm, hose, whatnot. And it all looks kind of old and rusty, but don't give me that look, Charlie. But certainly, if you were going for for example, farming accident cover story,
Yep.
you may have some pay dirt here in addition. And you find behind one of the hay bales, you find a small leather bag, inside of which is a small wooden box only about the size of a cigar box. And when you open it up, on the inside is a note that reads simply, "Sorry this is late, Sullivan."
You always do come
And
through
inside
at some
are your
point, Sullivan. Yep.
Yeah.
And she will open them up, and she's going to spend like 5-10 minutes just sitting there studying these documents because she's got to have them memorized. She's got to have them down, all of the details in this. And she'll take the note from Sullivan, pull him. She's going to take one of the lucky strikes, and she's going to open it up, take the tobacco out it, roll it up in the note paper that's Sullivan, and then light it. So she's hand rolled a cigarette using the note paper that Sullivan's note is on to get rid of it. She's sitting there. She's cleared off a spot. So she's sitting in this old barn with all this hay, smoking a hand rolled cigarette as she's studying the details of her papers. And then once she's got that down, she's gonna. She'll probably have motioned for everybody to come on inside so that they can set the guy down, set Gaston down, and suggest maybe we put some blood on one of those pitchforks. Just to make it look like a farming accident.
Yeah. Yes. So grew up on a farm. So she's gonna look for the most likely farm implement to have, received injury from, which, could definitely be a pitchfork. But looking at his wound, she's probably gonna go for one of the hoes, because a pitchfork would probably be multi-pronged, where he's only got one spot. So she'll go take care of that.
Defer to Helen. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, defer to the farm girl. Yeah. Judith, You don't have to answer this now if you want to think about it, but I'm leaving this entirely up to you about what your secret identity you've just assumed is. If you want time to think about it, that's fine. Or wait till it comes up. But
Okay. Yeah. And I think I have. I had one partially prepared, just in case.
So Gaston, you kind of slump Gaston down, like on one of the hay bales where he can sit upright. And he's like, "Oh, we're almost there. Oh, I think the morphine's wearing off. Can I have more of that?"
Probably not a good idea.
You have, can I at least have some of that flask you got there, lady? Looking at Verity.
Flask? Tucks flask away.
So it's like that.
It's a good combination. Morphine is an opioid. Opioids and alcohol do not generally go well together.
Killjoy. Thank you to Chaotic Story for the bits there. Thank you. 100 for the bitties. Thank you. Much appreciated, Chaotic Story.
I think we'd rather
fine.
Kill your joy than kill you with overdose.
Pain today, pleasure tomorrow.
Fine. What you got there, lady? All the papers and stuff. I didn't leave. That's not us. Judith.
I'm sorry. What was that? I apologize.
Yeah.
I was distracted looking up stuff.
No, it's all right. He said, "What do you got there, lady? All of the papers and stuff." That wasn't our dead drop.
No, but then we work for different agencies.
Oh, okay. Keep your secrets.
That's how I stay alive.
Yeah. Well, most of us don't stay alive for long, so good on you for still kicking.
Gaston, if I didn't know any better, you would be implying Judith is keeping secrets from us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, y'all are sort of in the business of that, aren't you? I mean,
most of us,
underground.
Yes.
Oh,
Do you
yeah?
have anything you want to share with the class? Anything you want to share with the class? Gaston says you were keeping something.
Well, sure. And in Russian, she'll tell him, my parents and I left Russia, St. Petersburg, in 1916 with the last of the programs before the Tsar was killed by your people. Would you like any more? Secrets, comrade. And then she goes back to studying her papers.
In English, he'll just say, St. Petersburg, lovely town.
Yes, beautiful palaces I've heard. Game Master Colin, the name Jack, can I put that together with anything to figure out who the fuck Gaston really is? Apart from a little dirty liar.
Yes.
Just in case he does die, and he turns out to be very, very important, I'd like to know who he is.
Yes, you may. You want to spend momentum, and I can just do it that way?
Yeah, or I don't mind like doing a check for it. I'm just trying to think, like, Verity's very good at figuring out who people are based on obviously things she's read and communications, because that's what she was doing before she came here. So I'm wondering, because she knew a little bit about Dagger, if there's any chance she knows about this. I don't mind spending momentum to figure out if that's the best way.
We've got full momentum, so
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
get any
I'll
more
give you
at the moment.
momentum.
We might as well spend.
So we'll take a
It
momentum.
gives momentum. You give answer. Who is
I
man?
take. This man.
Spasiba.
you see the way he's interacting with Judith when he said, like, that's not our dead drop. But he immediately recognized it's a dead drop, whatever she picked up. He recognized that this is the way that she operates. And you can kind of gather from that he is likely an operative very similar to Judith. He is someone who is not actually Belgian, obviously, if his voice didn't give that away enough already. But someone that was likewise dropped in behind enemy lines to be an organizer for Belgian resistance members. So he's probably some American operative working, could be CIA, could be any number of military units, irregular forces that are working behind enemy lines trying to create resistance cells. So a very similar operator to Judith.
All right, but I've not heard of any relatively important person whose name could be contracted to Jack.
No.
This isn't like the general's son or anything drastically important.
No. That'd be a hell of a truth to create if you wanted to do that. Spend momentum and make him a general's son?
No, because I'm pretty sure he's going to die, and I don't want that on my hands.
No, he seems to be just another... Yeah, there's a lot of these guys out there. There's a lot of men and women doing this work behind enemy lines right now, and he seems to have... He has knowledge of the way that someone like Judith operates, so it seems to be he's one of them.
All right.
We should probably get going, by the way. We need to get to the black
Yes,
door.
we should. Check's time has 45 minutes left. Or whatever. 20 minutes left.
Well...
Yes, are we done here?
Go ahead.
No, are we? I just wondered if we had done what we were needing to do here, because clearly isn't the black door place, so...
No, yeah, we're good.
Right.
Everybody's
Okay.
last name is Namoro. If asked.
What? What?
Could you say
Your
that
last
one
name
more
is
time?
Moreau. Everybody's last name is Namoro.
Right.
Right.
That should be easy for me.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
I
But,
figured as much, Gaston.
Savage.
So
Who made
Judith,
contact
real
our
quick.
name today?
is he coming, or are we leaving him here?
I think we should leave
We
him
need
here
him
and
to
radio.
get inside.
Let them pick them up.
This isn't the safe house, but we could come back for him.
It's safe enough. Yeah, it's safe enough for now.
The less we have to lie, the less people are going to notice us.
Yep.
Is that good with you,
Right.
Yankee Doodle? You're fine being left here?
So it's that obvious, huh? Yeah. No,
Well,
and
it's
fuck
very-
you, actually. Is my
Yes,
answer?
and you wish, actually. Not sure you get a vote. All right. I'll do the
The thing
radio.
is, we're supposed to have him with us when we go into
Yeah,
the
that's
black
Well,
right.
door.
unfortunately, he got shot.
What was all
Can-
this
can
about
he
the
actually
ruse with
walk?
the farming equipment? Yeah, I've been walking this whole time.
Oh, right. I thought we were dragging you on a carpet. I'm getting confused. I was in the front. I wasn't really paying attention. Right. Well, get up then. Let's
Give me
go.
some.
And I start heading out the door with my compass in hand.
Still with compass in hand. All right. So y'all head out of the farmhouse and toward the town. And Verity, you mentioned a
Wasn't
morning.
he
You
riding
mentioned
on a
a
litter?
moment ago. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
I
were-
was. That's when I was up in-
I thought you were dragging a blanket and he
That
was
was when
lying
I-
on it, kind of like a litter. But yeah.
That happened when I got up and walked away for a second, so I missed
Yep.
that bit.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Right.
So yeah, but no, like I said, he has seemed to like the morphine's worn off. He's not as weak-kneed now, and he seems relatively
Can
steady.
stumble
the wound
around
is
a
pretty
bit.
still up-packed. He can stumble around, and if you do have your kind of cover story, you might be all right. But
Just like to register, I think this is a terrible idea, but all right, fine. I am outvoted in this democracy that we have somehow formed between Russians, Americans, English, and a Kiwi.
Well,
Oh, that's
like
right.
the
You're
League
not
of
used to
Nations.
democracies, are you?
Yeah.
if we need him to
There's
get
no way
into
this
the
will
next
fail.
place, surely it's better to have him. Otherwise, how do we get into the next place?
I'll introduce
We're
you.
going.
and
We're
then I'll
running
be
out of
here.
time.
You're right.
Yes.
You
Let's go.
are
Exactly.
because a while ago Mabel rolled for coordination survival and got a complication that I never
Oh.
resolved. So
God damn it.
as you're coming into the town, shit.
Well,
Let's go.
then pick up the pace, and maybe we'll still beat
Put
them
away.
there.
Yes, but put away the compass because the road's right there that goes through
Yes.
the town.
We're already here. It's gone, and I'm pretty sure I already changed into something very incognito anyway. So
Yeah, you guys should change.
got rid of maps
I've
and
got my
various
rifle
things.
under my coat now. Yeah, it's not as
There's a
as
lot of
slung over
very
my shoulder.
long jackets going on now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a
Like a peacoat.
long jacket. So, as you're coming into town, the church bells do begin to ring. And as the buildings start to, the density of the building starts to grow as you go along this main road, you can see straight ahead of you there is a bell tower at the center of a market square. All along the square in a sort of, a square layout, a sort of plaza at the center. There are shop fronts, pubs, and there are vendors coming in, things being drawn by horses that are setting up stalls all about the market. But also, you can hear coming from the opposite end of the town, making your way toward, is an awful lot of sounds of engines. Yeah, that would be the Germans. Okay.
I mean,
Well, let's
maybe
get to
we'll
the black
almost
door quick.
catch up at the sound of it, but then knowing that it's not for her.
Oh, like she got a little like, ooh, car.
Ooh, the sound I like.
Love the smell of diesel in the morning. But yes, you can hear that there are engines moving in. It seems as if this is when the Germans tend to arrive, perhaps to secure the market on market day. Don't know why, but Moreau says if y'all are good at being incognito, now would be the time to really practice your skills. Okay, so we got to head straight into town, get to the market square, take a left off of the high street once we get in there. The Black Boar is right there. It's not far. We just got to keep our heads down till we get there.
Alright, we need to split up. 6 people is very noticeable.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I can take
Go on.
Gaston.
And I'll go with you, Alexi.
Absolutely.
Alexi.
Yes.
Okay.
Done. 3 and 3.
All right, so Gaston, Judith, and Alexi are going one way, and Helen, Mabel, and Verity are going the other. So, I'm going to go with Verity, Mabel, Helen first. The three of you, when you say split up, by the way, how do you guys split up? You have one group goes ahead first and behind, or like, what do you want to do?
We should
Yeah,
probably
something
go
like that.
one, then
Imagine
the
like
other.
one group can take a direct route and the other group can go down a side street and kind of loop around.
And then come up
Okay.
around, yeah.
I feel like injured
Yeah.
person
Probably
should
let
be,
the injured take the
less.
direct route. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you say take the direct route or not take the direct route?
Take the direct route so they're not as visible
Yeah.
for as long.
I
Get
guess
in
so.
faster.
Yeah, I was thinking the opposite, but yeah.
Well, we don't really want them to see us sneaking an injured person in if we're going on the cover
Yeah.
story that it's a farm accident.
Then you don't have to be sneaky. Is the
True.
main thing. Yes.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah. True.
I still vote we leave him in a bush somewhere and move on. But okay.
But
We
But
need him to
he's
get
also
inside,
the other
though.
thing. Yeah, he also is not going to be able to walk for very long either.
No.
So
Mhm.
giving him the direct route.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just get
So you
it
three go
there,
direct.
dump him there, move on from there.
Plus, the benefit is Judith
Mhm.
and Alexi should be able to resolve anything if they get
Yep.
in trouble.
Okay. So we'll start with the direct route people then. Judith, Alexi, and Gaston. So, how are you guys proceeding? To give you the scene here a little better, as you move further into town, if you just go kind of bull on straight ahead from the rest of the party, the town square is starting to fill up already. Market will be open soon, and there are lots of vendors coming and going, setting up stalls. You can see lots of local wines and cheeses and produce coming in. You do see that things are a little, and this isn't surprising, a little bit scant. And it becomes readily apparent why. Because as you come in, you can see that some Germans are entering the square and just taking shit. Just walking up to stalls and just, oh, that's a nice apple. That's mine now. And the market vendors generally reacting with just sort of cold, stoic expression, knowing better than to make a fuss with their occupiers, but just letting it go by with sort of a silent, seething rage. But there are a significant number of Germans you see now, and they don't appear to be, however, on patrol. They're not really on alert. They don't seem to be like going house to house or really checking anything. They don't seem to be on any real mission here. They're just here to come into town and take whatever the hell they want because they can. So I'm going to say that in the town square, there's about 24 Germans walking just around, harassing various vendors. They don't seem to be doing anything violent, other than just using their superior oppressor status here to just kind of do whatever the hell they want. So how do you want to approach getting through this town square without raising any suspicion and getting to the Black Boar?
Alexi definitely doesn't have his hat on for this, so he just kind of musses his hair up, adjusts his stingy-issued gray coat, and Judith definitely hears him mumbling under his breath in Russian. This is the problem with capitalist fascism. They take what they want and they do not make sure everybody has what they need. And he's just grumbling the whole way, but he's making sure that it's not loud enough to be truly heard. He probably has the front of the carrier for our poor Gaston, so that he's mostly getting dragged in the back, unless Judith wants to kind of counterbalance, but he can probably lift and drag him.
Mm-hmm.
If
All right.
Gaston can stand, would it be better if Alexi's got Gaston with like an arm around the shoulder and an arm around the waist, kind of pulling him that way? That way we can pretend he's kind of hung over, got drunk. Here's what Judith is thinking. This is what she would have, once we decided to split up, she said to Alexi, was, let's pretend he's hungover, injured himself this morning because he was hungover, and
drunken
farm accident. We're headed to the Black Boar because Vera, who's her identity, wants to have words with whoever it was that let him get that drunk last night.
Overserved.
And you guys are her cousins. That's why she's here from another town. Her husband was killed. The town, her farm was taken over by Germans, so she came to live with family here. That's her story.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Does that work?
Yeah, it works for me. We are cousins.
Yeah,
got injured. You're going to give them a piece of your mind. I like it.
Okay, so just so I'm getting my motivation here, right? You want me to act drunk?
Hungover.
Hungover, got it. That shouldn't
pretty
be
much
too
the
hard.
way you feel right now.
Yeah, actually, it'll just gotta act naturally. You got it, lady.
All right. Vera. I'm your cousin Vera Garing.
You're my cousin or his cousin?
I am your cousin.
We are all cousins.
I am both of your cousins.
We're all cousins.
Yes. We're all cousins.
Cousins, got it. Cousins. Okay. All right, just help me walk, and we'll get there. We're almost there. So, I am gonna have. I'm gonna say that Judith is taking the lead on this, since you did come up with the kind of plan here. So, I'm gonna call this a matter of your choice, Judith. It could be. I could call this. I could see this as either insight or reason, with a combination of stealth.
Let's go with insights.
Okay, I think that makes sense. You're kind of reading human behavior to know what you can get away with here. And Alexi, I'll have you do the same check, insight and stealth, to see if you can help, since you are participating in this charade.
And that is just
1d20.
one dice for me.
Yep, 1d20, so let's do that first.
And you said reason and stealth?
Insight stealth.
Insight stealth, okay. So that'll be 9 for me. This is going to be great.
No, hey, you can do it. I believe
Do
in
I
you.
have any focuses? No, okay. Yep, okay.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
All right, Alexi. I'm going to say Alexi, play this however you want, but I can totally see Alexi just like, if he talks, like he just keeps slipping into the Russian accent, kind of giving himself away.
He does not do a good Belgian accent, no.
Yes, I am from Paris.
I am French.
I am
hello.
French. Hello. Brussels is a wonderful city. I am Belgian. All right, Judith, do your stealth insight. This is going to be... I am going to call this difficulty 2, so this is a little
All right.
tougher to get through here, considering the circumstances. So
I'm
if you
gonna-
want to spend up... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, spending a momentum to buy a dice.
So that's 3d20. Do you want to buy any more?
Not at the moment. I think you've got enough threat. No, yeah?
You can spend more momentum.
No.
You could
Some
spend
momentum.
and get another.
We've got loads of
My
momentum.
momentum? Okay, I'll spend 2
Yeah.
more momentum.
All right, so that's another one. So that's going to be 4d20 for you.
Okay, so 40, 20.
You might just
target
get them
number
back
is
if you get enough successes.
Yeah,
Yep.
4d20. You need
focus in
2.
rural. Yep, my focus in rural stealth is not going to help me likely.
Not here. No, not in the town.
All right.
You know what? I'm going to allow this. Hold on. I'm going to allow rural
Successes.
stealth. Damn, doesn't even
I
matter.
mean, you got
Okay,
4
sure.
successes anyway.
That would
yeah,
give
it's
me
fine.
8 successes. That would if you're going to let me use my focus, that's going to give me 8 successes.
How's that possible?
No, wait, no, it's just stealth 4. So just 1, 2,
You're-
3. No,
Yeah, it makes everything a crit, doesn't it? That's how it works.
No.
If
It
it's in
could
your
be a
crit range,
focus
your crit range is
it's in your
expanded
crit
if you have a
range.
focus.
Yeah.
okay, so no, it wouldn't do it that. So it just stays at 4 successes.
Oh, really?
4
Mhm.
successes.
Okay,
You
I
only
would have
need
needed
2.
a 4 or under to make the crit.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So none of those are crits, but
Okay,
they
yep.
are 4 successes.
Oh.
So you only needed 2, so those extra 2 get paid forward into your momentum. So now you're back on 4.
Okay.
Yeah, you... so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 threat to introduce a complication.
Oh.
I mean, he's got
As
9
your-
threat. Let's get rid of some, I suppose.
Yeah, burn it
Yeah.
up.
As you're helping Jack Gaston hobble through the town square, you see there's a few Germans standing at a stall that are just taking bottles of wine off of this stall and just like with knives just cracking the top off of them and just sipping at them. Like, oh, that's good. And they seem like they've already been drinking on the job even before this. They seem a little bit loose and goofy. And as you walk by with Gaston and Alexei, they start in German just shouting just it sounds like they're just making fun of you, that you're carrying around this hobbled dude. And you can't make out exactly... Oh, do you speak German, by the way? I actually don't know, Judith. Do you speak German?
She speaks Yiddish, which is... she can probably pick out a few words. She's been around long enough.
Yeah, you don't need advanced language training to know when you're being ridiculed. So they're just kind of... Get a load of this guy. Rough night, eh, buddy? Wow. And one of these drunkards wanders up and is just, you can smell the wine on his breath, and he's right up in your face. And though you can't understand what he's saying, be like, what did you do to this guy? Wild night, huh?
She's all flushed. Because, I mean, there's that angry flush, but it looks like that embarrassed flush. Her face, her cheeks get all red. And she's trying to keep that, that passive stoic face that you do in the face of something like this, where you don't understand the language, you're being ridiculed, and especially by an authority, an occupier. So she's keeping her eyes down. She's not meeting his eyes. She's keeping her eyes down, passive face, but her cheeks are just red. You can see like she's embarrassed about this.
You gonna try to push on past him? Or do you stand still?
She's gonna stand still and see if they will just move because there's no reaction. Because it's no fun to keep at somebody when there's no reaction.
You see, he is making a face, what? What's the problem? What? Hey, guys, come over here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. And two other Germans come and are now kind of crowding around Alexei, Judith, and Gaston. I think did he piss himself? How fucking drunk was this guy? And he gets right up in Gaston's face. And is speaking to him, and it sounds like he's attempting broken French. It's probably just a few things that he's just picked up in his time here, doesn't really know what he's saying, but Judith, you do speak French, right? I keep thinking you know a bunch of languages, do you not?
Yes, she does. She does.
You speak French.
Please.
So you can tell he's trying to say something to the effect of, you need to clean yourself up. You smell like shit, you drunk fuck.
And she's going to just kind of try to start moving forward to get past him. Just, pardon. Please.
I'm going to spend 2 more threat. As you try to walk by, and this German, with the butt of his rifle that he has slung about his back, suddenly strikes and hits Gaston in the back of the knee, and sends him onto the cobblestones as he falls from both of your arms. And Gaston, having the presence of mind to not open his mouth, hits the floor and is about to say something, you can tell, but he's just, fuck. And starts trying to hoist himself up.
She kneels down and tries, she's trying to help him up. And she's like, he was injured this morning, and please. He's not well, please.
Again, in broken French, this one of the other Germans standing with him says, "Injured? Well, then what good is he to us?" As he kicks him while he's down. And you see Gaston holds on. It's right near where you know that injury site is. Where you know where that wound is. It just misses. But Gaston is clearly in much more pain even than he should be from that kick. And some of the blood is starting to come through the dressing.
If we cannot get him healed, he will be of no use, because otherwise there will be no food. We cannot bring food to market, but I must get him Please, let us...
Alexi's
We've
going to
done
step
nothing.
forward. And Alexi speaks German, and he's going to say in very, like, not proper German, but, like, kind of how, like, Americans have different dialects. He's going to speak, like, country German, so it doesn't sound too city or official. And he's just going to be like, please, if you... I have been holding on to something special. If you will leave my brother alone, I will give this to you, and you let us go take him inside. And he'll take out... he had probably kept another bottle from the bar, and this would have been a bottle of wine. It just been like, I will let you all have this if you just let us go.
German steps forward to you, Alexi. Looks you up and down with that disdaining look of who is this person that has the right to talk to me? Who is this man who thinks that he has the right to talk to his betters? And as he closes the space between you, you can see every freckle and pimple on this guy's oily face. He's an inch away from your nose. You can smell this rancid booze. Smells like vinegar coming off of his tongue. And because we just unlocked a Bane, thank you, Chaos Chorus.
Oh, fantastic.
He says in German, "Your accent is very strange." Where are you from?
Oh boy, this is gonna be great. He's going to think for just a split moment as he tries to figure out his geography, but we'll say Landstuhl, outside of Frankfurt. Fun fact, that was where I was born.
Oh, wow, well done.
It ends up becoming a U.S. military base.
Oh. Spends 2 more threat to introduce another complication. Looks to his friend to the left. Hans, you're from Landstuhl.
Oh, God damn it.
This guy sound like he's from Landstuhl? He steps forward and studies you. I'm going to let you roll anything you like that you think will help keep your cover here to try to pass off your voice as best you can to convince this Nazi that you're from his hometown.
Fucking Hans. Okay.
Fucking Hans. Hashtag fuck Hans.
Fuck Hans. All right. Probably...
I'm trying to figure out how I can help.
I feel like coordination for just trying to pass.
I know.
And then just coordination and persuasion to try and make it sound convincing. It's just like
Coordination,
shit, I wasn't expecting somebody from the same place.
You're welcome to try
I
to
have
help.
an idea. Okay. She's going to turn around and she's going to look at you. And she is going to just rear back and smack you hard.
Okay.
And in French, she is going to chew you out. You do not lie to these people. Don't lie to the state. Don't use German like that just because you would... No. And she's obviously just chewing you out for trolling the Germans.
I imagine Judith doesn't pull the punch either.
No, she's not.
It seems believable.
That cracks.
Okay, so I love that, but just so I'm clear about how this works, he's trying to pass himself off as being
I know what she's doing though. She's going to call him for his shit, and so when he gets hit, and I'm gonna roll with that, and just be like, okay, sorry, I'm not German. I just love you all so much, and I wanted to emulate and be like you, and I thought if I studied in Landstuhl, and I thought if you camaraderie and all this great stuff. Yeah, he just immediately just shrinks back after Judith hits him, and it's just like, sorry, I was trying to empathize, but you can still have the wine. Forgive us. We'll get out of the way.
I love that. So Judith, yes, you can roll to assist him. Shall we call that? Oh damn, we just got 2 Banes, so that's fun.
Oh
no. Shall we call that?
Can I do insight persuasion, because I have a focus in deception?
Yes. Oh yeah, totally fits. Absolutely. Yep. So roll your help for him.
Okay, 1d20. So 1d20. Let's see. Oh, I have
Chaos Chorus is brutal today.
What are those numbers? 10 plus. So 13. Target number is 13.
Target number is 13.
I have a focus 3.
That'll do it.
A success.
All right. Rindis, Alexi, you're going to get an extra die, so you're on 3d20 right now to roll for this.
Once more, I need it. Cause...
And do you want to spend any momentum or anything of the sort? Or give me threats?
Yeah, I think we need it. So I can spend 1 for 1 on the first one, and then it's 2 for an additional.
Yep. And then 3 for the third, but you don't have enough momentum for that. So you could spend 3 momentum right now and get 2 extra die and get you up to 5d20 if you want.
We're in a lot of trouble if this goes bad. I'm going to spend enough for 2 extra die.
All right. Momentum pool goes down.
You're in a lot
1.
of trouble. I'm fine.
Yeah, it'll just be Alexi. All right.
So that's 5d20.
5. Just 5. And I don't have anything talky that can get me out of here. Of course not. So that doesn't add
Insight
anything.
persuasion. What's your
my target number is going to be, or mine is coordination persuasion, so it'll be 10. And no focus. No, 2 successes.
2 successes. That's what you needed.
The extra dice helps.
So, yeah. So you're not going to get any momentum off that, but you needed 2. You were in a tough spot, but and none of those are complications either. Okay, great. So this German looks you up and down again and sees you just got the shit smacked out of you by Judith. And he just laughs. You see this guy? Idiots. Spits in your face.
Judith kneels back down and helps Gaston to his feet, just glaring at Alexi the whole time.
Yep.
And the German... I'm going to use one of my Banes. The German grabs you by the collar, Alexi, and speaks to you in German. You are not German. You will never be German, for you were not born German. And if I catch you trying to pass yourself off as German ever again, I will slit your fucking throat. Do you understand me?
Absolutely.
And he punches you square in the solar plexus. And I'm just gonna do that as an unarmed strike.
That
you
really
hurts.
Can't...
Yeah, it does a lot. Unarmed strike. You take 1 stress as he knocks the wind out of you.
Checks out.
I'm going to hang on to my other Bane Chaos Chorus. Don't worry, it's coming back.
Don't worry, it's coming.
They just got so many of them, I think it's time to spread the love around. But with this, they seem to have finally lost interest. And as they wander away to go harry somebody else, they look down at Gaston again, who is still getting to his feet. And you can see now, Judith, Alexei, that the blood is starting to come through heavy. You need to get this guy out of here.
Yeah, Judith is helping him up to his feet, and we're gone.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. So meanwhile, Verity, Mabel, Helen, you guys are taking the circuitous route. How do you want to do this?
Good word. 10 out of 10. I like that word.
Thank you.
You're my favorite game master. Have I ever mentioned this, Colin?
Oh, what? Really? Oh, stop it. No, seriously, stop it.
No, keep going on.
Get those retweets, Chaos Force. I want to keep fucking with them.
So basically,
no.
I just kind of imagine we just don't even have like a plan of like, if we're stopped, this is the plan. It's just, we're just going to where we're going. We're just going to walk like regular fucking human beings, walk through a town and get to where we're going.
I think so. Were we going back alleys? Like, because if we're going anywhere near the market, I think Mabel's going to look at some stalls a little bit on the way, like as if they are actually there for the market.
Yeah. So I think the place that we gotta go is on the market street, right, Colin? That's what we were told, or no?
Yeah. So you'd have to go to the markets.
Yeah.
So I will show you kind of. You'd have to go to the market square, and then from the market square, you take a left off of the main thing. But so if you're like, if these are the two streets, I'm drawing this on Roll20. There's just a little cross intersection. This is the market square in the middle. The black boar would be right over here. You're coming from this direction. Everyone else just went straight up this high street. If you wanted to take a more circuitous route, you could go like off this way, go through some side streets.
So I imagine like most high streets or market streets have like a church on them at one end. So we'll go down like a side down the church, and then we'll kind of try and find a way through the houses essentially to re-meet the market at another point.
Okay.
Essentially, and then we can double back if we have to, if that's just kind of where we end up. If you see what I mean.
I think maybe, like I think we'd be trying to look like we were just we had a specific place we were heading. But we weren't necessarily sneaking around. It was just like, oh well, this is more direct and it's busy through there type scenario is kind of the thinking a little bit.
Oh, well,
we might live in
Chat's
one of these houses. Who knows?
Chat's wondering what happens when we get 69 retweets on this show. I don't know. Get it to find out.
Yeah.
We love you for
I'm
it.
down.
But
We'll find out.
yeah. Chat to find out, exactly.
If we get 69 retweets, then General Strang will send a letter back to Verity Wright.
Oh,
come on, people. I want to see that happen.
Yes, please.
I just said Hitler, but that's better.
No, Verity, General Strang and Verity Wright's romance will blossom if we get 69 retweets, so get on it, fam.
We're on 33. Come on, people. How hard can it be?
It's like
Aim
nearly
high.
halfway there. Who has spare Twitter accounts? Hit the retweet button. Alright, so yeah, that's basically our plan, is we're just walking, we're not like dilly-dallying as such, we're just gone off of the main street and gone down the side street, and we'll come back up and rejoin.
Okay.
I did see, however, Chaotic Story gave me an extra little bonus dice, which we said is an extra d20 for rolling.
Yes.
And I'm just double checking donations because I'm seeing big crits being mentioned, but I don't see it. Oh, Celeste! Thank you so much, Celeste. Also donated big crits, so that's big crits for everybody. Party, party, party! I'll update that sheet.
Sweet, thank you.
Salute.
All right. You. So you said you're taking that route off to the left to get toward Black Boar, go past the church, what have you. Duh. The three of you are walking very nonchalantly, just kind of. I mean, I think that the general plan here is just like act like you own the place, and
or at least like we live here.
or at least like you live here. And the yeah, it's, you know, you're not really drawing much attention to yourselves at all. Just look like you're going about your morning business, probably headed to church and then head to the market. As you come down a side street headed toward the Black Boar, though, the GM spends 2 threat. There is...
Do you have...
You've only got 1.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I just
They
changed
just
it.
went
Oh,
them.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went
I
from
just
3
changed
to
it.
1.
Yeah.
I was screen too late. I was like,
Had to
ah.
I'm
Come
seeing
on, I
1.
wouldn't cheat you that, obviously. I spend 2 threat, and as you come down the street, there is a German roadblock. And you see that there is a line of people who are going through this fenced area that the Germans have set up, some kind of checkpoint. And they're having their papers checked as they come through. What do you do?
I mean, well,
Join the
I'm
line.
assuming we've all got fake papers with us. I mean, we wouldn't come in here without them, right? I mean, we didn't say it, but it seems ridiculous that we don't have them, but do
It's
we
gonna
have
look
them?
really ridiculous if we turn around now,
Wait.
so we just have to join the line.
I mean, like, yeah, if we're close enough that we've been spotted, oh, you bastard!
I'm gonna
You have
say,
to spend
Kate.
2
Kate,
momentum.
Kate, I'm gonna say you
Create a
don't
truth.
have. I mean, Judith had to use a talent to get herself a fake papers and fake identity. So by virtue of that,
Really?
you guys don't all just
We
have
have been
them.
sent in here underprepared. This is a useless operation. Damn
How
that!
long did you meet the general? He wasn't exactly all there. It's
I
all right,
mean-
don't worry. Don't worry, we're just going to join the line. It's fine. British, we're very good at queuing.
Yep.
But, yeah,
You're basically
Well, yeah, I
British.
guess.
You can learn.
But we don't have papers, and they're looking at papers.
That's a problem for us when we get to the front of the line. We have until then to figure that out.
Brilliant.
All right.
And the line,
I
Germans,
don't like this.
Germans, well noted for their efficiency, are moving through the line very quickly. And now there's just who's in front out of the 3 of you?
I don't think it's Mabel anymore. It's
I'll go
probably
for it.
Verity if she seems so bad.
Verity?
Probably Verity.
All right, what I
She
would
seems
like to
be the
do
talking person
is...
who might know more than one language.
You don't want to know what
Oh,
my second
no.
language is. So
I know
Verity's
what it is.
actually gonna... yeah, you do.
It's so
Verity
not
is
helpful.
gonna slide
Elven.
the grenade she's got out of her like kit. It's one of the small ones. If you remember, she took basically like a cherry bomb, and she's gonna
Oh,
pass
yeah,
it
like
slowly
an M80.
backwards towards Helen and see if we can make a distraction somehow. Like this is gonna be her thing of we need to make a distraction so that the Germans go away. But we can't all 3 of us leave this line right now.
I'm glad you brought out the explosives with the demo man on the other group.
Charlie, I do want to let you know that because
Yes.
we're in a new scene, you are able to use did the reading if you wanted to. Here, just so you know, put that on your radar. It's once per scene.
All right.
So.
Double plan. All right, so if I can do did the reading, can I have figured out a loophole in why we could not have papers for right now? Like, can we? Is there a reason why in this area we might not have papers right now to show that would be semi-legitimate sounding? Like
Yeah,
the paperwork's held up somewhere, or you took it from us the
Or-
last time we came through the checkpoint. You know, that kind of a. All right, we'll
So
do
you could
that,
use
but then
in place of what normally would be like a persuasion roll, you can use your
Yes.
academia and
yeah, I want to try that then. But as backup, we've got mini bomb, which I'm sure will be fine.
Uh-huh.
Who has the bomb?
Oh, I just reread my sheet. I actually have a skill, or a talent that would actually be really useful. So what Verity? All right, on this street that we're on with the blockade, are there any vehicles?
Yes. There's So there's the blockade, which is sort of one of those concrete bottom with fence, wire fence top, and behind it, and on your side of it, both sides are parked German armored cars. And there are also some small, really small trucks that probably belong to like the market vendors for coming and going, bringing stuff, that are parked on the sides. So German armored cars, and then on the side streets, little trucks and stuff like that.
I mean, I can hide people in vehicles.
You know what? I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do. I think it would take too much time and it'd be too obvious. I'm just gonna go with the, you fucking took our papers last time. What do you want from me? Let me through. I gotta go and buy apples. How'd you like them apples? Give me.
I got a number. All right.
I'm thinking of a number.
So as you come up to the checkpoint, this sort of young-looking German soldier, enlisted man, just without even really looking you in the eye, just holds out his hand and just says, "Documents, please," in French.
Does anyone here speak French? Oh, I did the reading. It's fine. I speak French fluently. I do the reading. I can do basic French for. You took our papers last time. You know this. Go and look at the list. You know, that kind of a... But in French. I'm not going to do a fake French accent.
Okay.
Oh, you took our papers last time.
Still got to roll for it.
Excuse me, monsieur. You take our paper last time. I am sorry. Please. I need to look at sheet. What role? So it's academic with insight?
Russian.
I will this. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah,
so
I think
insight with...
They're bad at hearing accents anyways. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
they're
fine,
bad at hearing accents.
They don't know. All of Europe is same to German men. It's okay. So I'm rolling with a 15. My focus goes up
to 5.
To 5. Duh. And that's it. All right, cool.
And how many dice do we have? So you guys can help.
Yeah. Are we getting an assist or not?
I mean, I'll try and assist, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you've got two dice in your pool as well.
I do. Okay, I'll just spend those. That's fine. No, I use. It's okay.
I'm not sure how to help, to be honest.
All right, so I use the 2 dice.
Narratively, there's no good way to do it. There's no good way to do it.
2. I'm already at 5. It's fine. I'm already at 5.
Yeah, 5.
Target of 15. Focus of 2.
With a focus 5.
Ugh.
Holy
but there's a crit and a complication, right?
Yeah, crit and a complication.
Yeah.
So that's 4 successes. 4 successes.
With a complication.
Yep. You only needed 2. These are all tougher.
Bonjour, s'il vous plaît. Let us through to the market. Merci.
Yep. So you get 2 more momentum added on, so you're up to 3.
And
okay.
And I'm going to take the complication and just pay it into my threat pool, so I will get 2 threat from that.
Oh.
In place of giving 1 right now.
Good.
Wonderful. The German, who wasn't even paying really attention or looking you in the eye, as you say, "Oh, you took our papers last time, yada yada yada, s'il vous plaît." He looks down and finally kind of notices you and speaks back to you again in broken French.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Name, please? We can get those back to you.
Elise? Don't you remember? Full charm offensive kicks in. I have eye contact now. This bitch is mine.
What do you mean you forgot my name? After what we had?
She remember.
Not only is she collecting American privates, she's collecting German privates now.
No, private is private from me. It's fine.
Elise. You have a last name, Elise?
Sondheim.
What's the French equivalent of Smith? Quick.
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm just thinking of random fucking names now.
Elise Sondheim?
Claude. No, at least Claude. That's way more French. That's fine.
Claude. Elise Claude. I don't know why I just went British on that. Elise Claude. Okay.
That's right.
Wait. And the rest of you too? These two? The ones with you?
Yes?
Miss Moreau. Miss Moreau?
Moreau.
Yes,
And
and
we
this
took-
is Helena. Yes, if you remember, you took them because you wanted an excuse to see us again. We were meant to be meeting at the Black Boar for drinks. Or whatever, like, we've seen the name of the pub is. Because it would be whatever it is in Belgium, I imagine.
Mhm.
The Noir Pig.
I had it written down, but it doesn't matter.
Le Noir. Pork.
I don't remember what pig is in French.
Le Noir oink.
So,
The
Noir
Noir
Oink. I feel like I'd remember something like that.
I'd hope you'd remember. How about you make it up to us? We just need to buy a few things, and then we can go for that drink.
Just wait
Reaches
here.
into pocket, pulls out a small handful of currency, and kind of counts through.
And because you rolled so well,
I'm very attractive.
the charm
Three
seems
hot
to be
ladies.
working.
Charlie knows how to make a character.
You're not inceptioning this guy and planting memories in his head.
No, that's fine. It's fine. He has no memory of it. It's fine.
But
He's
he
like, maybe
doesn't
they're
remember what
confusing
the
me
fuck.
for another person. Yeah.
He doesn't remember what you're talking about, of course, because it didn't actually happen. But someone knows when they're being flirted with. So he's like, oh, okay. Right.
Right.
Elise. Okay.
Right.
Elise. And he looks to his buddy and whispers something, and you can kind of hear back and forth. I don't think any of you speak German. Do any of you speak German?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, 9.
9. That's
The general
interesting.
tenor of the general tenor of the conversation seems to be, dude, let me go. Come on. Like, you can watch. Let me slip off duty for just like a little bit. Come on.
Casual hat,
Seems to be a kind of-
smile.
And the private that was talking with you was like, okay, Black Boar. Yeah, no, he's gonna watch. Let's go.
Going to lean over to Helen and whisper in her ear as if, girls telling the I want to kiss him, you can have the other one type deal. Kind of trying to cue up a giggle type thing. But really she's saying, all right, they're going to follow us. We will have to lose them at some point, but at least we're getting through. Kind of like a be ready. Because she's just seen Mabel try and lie, and she's like, all right, I cannot rely on Mabel to lie right now. Helen is my best bet.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, she remembered Judith told them all that they were the Moreaus. She remembered that.
Yeah, that's what, we're like sisters, Mabel and I. It's fine. Don't mind the accent differential. And so like Helen, quiet giggle back and then whisper back. All right, we just make out with him to leave or something.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
So-
Verity, aka Elise,
Flirty
is
look.
gonna find a
Helen-
cigarette from amongst her pockets, and it's gonna be kind of beat up because it's gonna have been like rolled around her pockets, and she's gonna hold it out and kind of look around as if looking for a match.
And the private reaches into his jacket quickly and says
As he does so, she's gonna start stepping through that roadblock. She's gonna start moving through, so he will follow with the light.
Yeah, and he does.
Mhm.
And he does. And he tries to say some smooth bullshit in broken French something like, "Oh, a pretty lady never lights her own cigarette," and holds a lighter up for you.
Merci beaucoup.
And as you step through the guard post, the private is looking very sure of himself and feeling quite nice. And that's when I spend my bane. Because
No, you bitch!
just then, all of a sudden, the private shrinks before your very eyes. He goes from being absolutely feeling on top of the world, head honcho dude, just so much confidence, to all of a sudden, just buttoning right up and immediately saluting. As wandering over toward the checkpoint comes a woman in impeccably pressed German military grays, a perfect cap with her short-cut hair, a perfect cap sitting atop her head, perfectly symmetrical, everything perfectly in its place, every metal arranged in absolutely spot-on straight lines across her chest, the German Iron Cross hanging from around her neck, tall, knee-high boots. She towers over you, Verity. She is easily over 6 feet tall. And you see, as she steps toward you with absolute fire in her eyes, seeing this private, you can see on her uniform, it says Bohm, as in her name, written across her chest, B-O-H-M, Bohm. And you just hear the private whisper to you in French, "I am in trouble now, and so are you."
The cigarette is instantly dropped and kind of put out, like, respectfully. The eye line drops, and Verity, very unlike herself, is doing the small shrink, I'm afraid thing, but she's definitely checking this chick out. She's looking for details. She's running the name through her mind, and already trying to think of, like, various ways out of the situation. But, like, her immediate demeanor is, okay, I now need to make myself very small. A very, like, shy Belgian woman who just got caught out by a Nazi.
Oh, we just hit another retweet goal.
We did, which I think
Everyone
becomes
is
a
small by
boon.
comparison to
A
Bohm.
boon.
Yep, so I'm going to pay up your momentum.
Roll a 300, says bombshell. It's perfect.
Oh, bombshell. That's good. She wanders up to you, looks you up and down, Verity. Verity, I'm going to let you right now, if you want, roll. You could do, like, Reason Academia or something to recall information about who this person is. Or you could spend momentum if you want to just get answers on that.
No, I'll roll for it. It's more fun to roll. I like rolling. So Reason Academia is going to be a 16 as my target. It's one of my, like, best combos. Thank God. And I'm going to spend one of those momentum to get 3 dice. So we got them. Gonna use them. 16.
5 momentum.
No target increase. 3 successes.
3 successes. Ooh. Verity. Upon reading that name, it is cold water down the spine. This woman is infamous. She is known to the occupied Belgians, ironically, as Sweet Liesel. Sweet Liesel Bohm. Liesel Bohm is an absolutely vicious SS lieutenant that has been stationed in this area around the Ardennes in various towns for months now, and has absolutely terrorized the local populations. Where she goes, death follows. She is known for being extremely harsh on anyone caught withholding information or withholding supplies from the Nazis. And she's known also for turning a blind eye to the excesses and abuses of the men under her command, who in every town they go absolutely pillage everything they can get their hands on and enact awful violence on the population simply because they can. And Sweet Liesel sees no issue with that at all. So recognizing who this is, you know you're in for a ride here.
Yeah. Under her breath, to maintain her act with the private, at least, she's gonna suggest that he goes, like, he should leave them.
He should leave them?
Mm-hmm. In the hope that he thinks the opposite and stays, and he's about to put himself in line of fire.
Fair.
Please, monsieur, you must go. I don't want to get you in trouble. Please, go. Stay. Please stay. Useless woman.
I'm going to spend 2 threat, and he does leave.
Okay.
He,
That's fine.
or at least tries to. He walks forward towards Sweet Liesel, and she, without a word, just steps toward him, and strangely, just sort of like pats his uniform, like getting dust and ash off from where his cigarette just got on, and looks him up and down before backhanding him clear across the chops and sending him spiraling to the floor. And he stands up, wipes his mouth, and stands right back at attention again and salutes. And she looks through the 3 of you. Where are you going?
Please, we just need to buy a few things.
She starts, as you hesitate, she starts cycling through languages. So she just says, in German, in French, Flemish, English.
She'll reply in French and say, we've just come to buy a few things for breakfast. It's like 6 in the morning, right? So.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah, it's dawn. Just after dawn.
And
Verity is very much addressing the boots. I'm sorry.
Did my men take away all of your townsmen? There's none left for you to choose from? You have to start going after German soldiers?
We're just buying breakfast.
What did you say to this man to let you through the gate? And the private starts to say, ma'am, I wasn't asking you. I was asking this woman. What is your name?
Elise, Claude. Our papers were taken last time. Just here to buy breakfast.
Were they? And your mute friends? Do they have names?
And she'll introduce them.
Yeah. She'll get the introduction vibe and just, Helen Moreau.
Please, they're afraid. They will answer anything you ask. Yes.
Being afraid is good. It keeps you alive.
Means you are alive.
It keeps you from doing stupid things. Fear and apprehension are what keep us from putting ourselves in harm's way by doing idiotic things like lying to a German officer.
Yes.
I didn't hear you.
I said yes. Fraulein.
Get our pure Aryan tongue out of your mouth, and don't ever speak it in my presence again. Speak only that filthy bastard French that you Belgians speak. Another word of German, and I will cut out your tongue.
Bien sûr, madame.
Now get out of my sight.
Je suis désolée. And she'll start to move away into the market.
And as you
following
turn...
very closely.
And I
As you
eat the
turn
grenade
to-
behind me as we go. I'm kidding. I don't do that. What Fraulein?
And we kill her outright. The end.
From 50
As
yards
you-
away, I snipe her head.
Yeah, I just
As you walk
black guy
away-
on the roof, right?
I subtly sleight of hand the grenade without a pin into her pocket and walk away and wait. No.
That would be amazing.
How quickly do you want this game to end? So as you hurry away from Sweet Liesel, you can hear the grunting of that German private getting the ever-loving shit kicked out of him. And if you were to look behind, you would see that it was not Sweet Liesel doing the shit kicking. It would be the 10 other of his boys that she just ordered to do it.
Doesn't care. Keeping walking.
Didn't think you
Just-
They
did.
Just
know
let
that
it
if
just
roll.
he's
let
in
it-
trouble,
Just like,
they're all
woo.
in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keeps them in line.
We win. We got through the
And-
blockade. We've got a place to get
Got
to.
through the blockade.
Good job. I had no idea what
As
you were
you-
saying, but it looks like we're okay.
As you hurry down the street, you see ahead of you a tavern that has a simple brick building with a sign very crudely painted of a black boar hanging in front of it, and you can see Judith, Alexi, and Gaston just arriving. Gaston looking much worse for wear than last time you saw him.
I want to stop at a stall on the way and buy some eggs.
Interesting.
We specifically
Okay.
said we're buying breakfast, so we're gonna go buy some eggs.
Yeah. So
I mean, if there's
You're not
bread
in the market square
there,
right now,
I think
but-
I'll do the same.
you're not in the markets right now, but I would let you spend a momentum to introduce a truth that there's a egg stall right there, conveniently located for your consumption.
Yeah, they've got like
If you
some
want.
cages with some chickens in, and they got some fresh eggs from the day. And because we're nice and early, there's still a few left, so we pay above
Yeah.
what they're worth because that's what you have to do. And we get the
Alright,
eggs.
so it's 2 momentum to introduce a truth, but you can totally do that for your cover.
Yep.
So
Plus
yeah,
now I have eggs.
friendly, and now you have
Yes.
eggs. Friendly
Superior.
Belgian market stall fellow. Very quick transaction, sells you a dozen eggs, and you, Judith, Alexi, and Gaston. You all see the 3 of them walking up, and Verity carrying a carton of eggs.
Oh, good. Breakfast.
Gonna ignore the 3 of
Plus-
them and just go into the building.
Yeah. Same thing. We've been doing the same thing. Just. I mentioned we didn't wait outside for them. It's
No,
we
we
just
got
kept
him
running
inside.
inside. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
All right. So inside the Black Boar, the Black Boar, it has Gaston. As you approach the door, Gaston just raps on the door in a pattern, some quick taps, dots and dashes. Seems like a Morse code knock, and it's much too early for the pub to be open, as is. But after this quick rapping on the door, it opens and you see a middle-aged woman with graying hair pulled back in a headscarf. Just looks around and ushers all of you inside. And then the stream cat appeared. Good stream cat. Inside the Black Boar, it is pretty dark. The windows are covered with like blackout curtains. So there's no real natural light getting in here, but there are candles lit. And it's sort of dimly lit in here, but there's a long bar to your right, some tables and chairs laid out to the left, and the only person here appears to be this woman who sees Gaston and is just panicked and says, "What happened to him? Was he shot? Is he? Have you treated it?
Long story. He needs medical attention right away.
Get him in the
The
kitchen."
Germans were not very nice to
Through
him.
there. Well, they never are. Through the double doors in the back. Get him up on the table. There's a big metal table in the kitchen. Get him up on that. We can work on him.
Yep.
And as she ushers you back into the kitchen, you do get him up on the table. Another gentleman comes through, smoking a cigarette, looking like so happy to see that you all are back. Like he's been waiting on the news that Gaston and the agents have returned, and he comes in smoking. This guy is a younger man. He's got kind of like very short-cut black hair, kind of tan. Looks like he spends a lot of time out in the sun. Maybe a farm boy, and he says, oh my God, Gaston. And he just snuffs his cigarette on the floor, and immediately, as soon as you get Gaston up on the table, he immediately rips open Gaston's shirt, looks at the wounds, sees that you see him like inspecting his ribs. It's like, wow, they did a number on him. We got a bullet wound, definitely some broken ribs. Can you feel me, Gaston? Can you feel me touching your hands? I want to make sure he doesn't have a spinal injury or something. And he's like testing his hands and his
He
feet.
does not. You need to stop prodding him, though. He's got a gunshot to the gunshot wound in the abdomen. We've treated it best we can, but really all he needs is rest and maybe a surgeon.
No,
And a few
actually, he's going to need a
Boots
bit
from
more.
the German.
Yes, our entrance was not an easy one. Some drunken power fascists decided to kick his shit in, as it were. And Alexei is also going to go find a place to sit down because he took quite a beating as well. But he's not going to try and draw attention to it. He's just going to be like, just need a breather, going to sit.
Judith will walk
he's
over
been
to
toughing it
Alexei,
out.
pull a lucky. She pulls out a lucky strike, lights it up, hands it off to Alexei.
Yeah, he'll take it and just say, "Thank you. It was quick thinking. It's probably saved our lives."
You're welcome. She tells him you're welcome in German or in Russian. Sorry.
The woman, the older woman, with the gray hair and the headscarf comes and brings you a glass of water, Alexei, and sets it down on the table in front of you.
Thank you. Belgians are so nice.
And she sits down at the table with Judith and Alexei and reaches kind of out toward Judith, like this gesture, like, "Can I have a..."
Yeah, she just pops one out and then offers the pack to her, sets it on the table.
She lights it.
Lights hers, sets the matches down.
Thank you. What the hell happened?
There was a sniper in the forest. That Gaston had the misfortune to run into. The sniper's not dead. We had a little bit of difficulty getting into town. With delayed us with the injury. Germans kicked him a few times, but we have made it. We're here.
And if there was a sniper at that specific point in the forest, that means you probably shouldn't have any more meetups there because
Yeah, you have.
they don't just stick snipers in the middle of the woods randomly.
There's a leak. Yeah, somebody
You think
knew.
you think somebody talked?
I know somebody
Yeah,
did
that or it
because
was
there was a
too
sniper waiting
obvious.
for you.
Or you've been there too many times as a meetup spot.
No, the
Correct.
sniper was waiting for us, which means there is a leak.
Oh no. Well, I did not want to believe that Marta would talk. But if they know our meeting spots, then perhaps she has.
Does she know? Does she know about the farmhouse?
I honestly don't know. Marta had her toe in everything. It's hard to know what she knew and didn't know, but the resistance cells, they're all so diffuse. We don't always share information. Yes. It's hard. It's a lot of one hand not knowing what the other one's doing sometimes.
Familiar.
For now, we need to decide what we are doing. And where. And in this moment, I think Verity is going to reach into her kit bag and she's going to look for a headscarf because she just got looked up and down very hard by a very senior German officer.
Yeah.
Does Verity tell us about her?
No. Not yet. She doesn't trust who we're speaking to, so she can't tell you things yet. But you would definitely see that Verity is beginning to assemble a disguise.
She's changing her appearance, yeah.
I feel like we might mention that we also had a run-in, but only Verity knows who this person is, so we would just...
Yeah, I mean, Mabel and Helen can say what they like.
We don't want to go that way because there is a,
Just
so
so
would know at least someone checking papers and...
The tunnels start here and go to the farmhouse. Is that correct?
That's right, yes.
How far?
Not far. It's a bit of a winding tunnel, but as the crow flies, only about 2 miles. It takes a little bit longer. Little roundabout routes you have to get through to get there, but you can be there a very short while. I mean, probably only take about half an hour of walking.
I think we need to check and see if it's secure first, before we all go there. And I look at the others to see what they think.
Forward scout is a good idea. Losing 2 is cheaper than 5.
And I look at Verity. You'll let them know? Because she has the radio.
I had the radio, I think. Did you?
Oh, you have the radio? Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll look at the Mabelins.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think she's holding the radio, but she's not one for using the radio. I think Verity was going to encode the Morse back.
Yeah, I have technology, electronics.
If we've potentially been compromised, you may want to speak to your superiors and ensure what your next orders are before moving forward.
No sense in sending news until there is news. Sitting here and sending out a signal is not the best idea.
True.
You say the house is only 45 minutes away?
Around about 30 minutes to 45 walking, yes.
Alright, then in 1 hour we can send a message. Either we'll know that we're going to the farmhouse or we're not. 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. We need people to move quickly. And it's a reasonable time for us to sit in here and make breakfast, which incidentally is the current cover story for what the fuck we're doing. Now go and find a pan and some butter. We have eggs to make. And she's assuming that Helen and Judith are going, but like in meta, you guys feel free to jump in and shoot down this whole plan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. That was kind of the assumption I had too.
All right, reconnaissance then. We'll aim for an hour, but wait for an hour and 15 before calling anything. Just in case we run
Done.
Complications.
Complications.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my scouting party is whom?
Implications.
Judith, Helen, just the two of you?
Yep. Just the two of us.
I tried to think of an impromptu quick lyric and couldn't. I'll make sure you die. So, yeah, the two of you, if you're going in the tunnels,
Secret tunnel.
the secret tunnel. The woman who it does introduce herself as Miss Lemieux takes you back into the kitchen where she pulls aside a shelf, a big, huge, heavy oak pantry shelf that's lined with cans and bags of flour, and it scrapes across the floor as she slides it aside, and beneath it is a trap door that she pulls up. She reaches behind the shelf and grabs a flashlight that she gives to you, Helen, and says, "Right, it is dark down there. You're going to want to simply follow the yellow arrows that will get you to the spot. They should be all on the floor, so just keep looking ahead of you. It's an old abandoned sewer tunnel. As far as we've ever known through all of our scouting, the Germans don't know about it. It doesn't appear on any of their maps. So you should be safe."
All right.
Now, when you get there, you should be meeting another one of our contacts. His name is Marcel. He has had the place set up with all of the equipment that you need. He's been scouting. I mean, it should be secure, but though Marcel has not been back today, so I can't say for certain. But once you meet him there and you establish yourself, we can begin briefing you on what we know. We know a bit more about what the Germans... Sorry? One thing at a time now.
Is there a code phrase?
Yes, ma'am. A code phrase. Yes. You should ask Marcel, as the GM frantically comes up with a code phrase. You should simply tell Marcel that it's lovely to hear the church bells ringing.
All right.
What's the response?
They toll for thee.
I don't like that one. Personally, as Cat.
Yeah. He likes Hemingway. I don't. I personally can't stand the man.
I prefer John. I'm more fond of John Donne and his poetry, but...
Right, let's go. Shoop. Down into the old sewer tunnel. Shoop.
As the two of you descend into the tunnel, Verity, Mabel, and Alexi, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Finding a pan and butter.
Yes, while we're making eggs, I'm not sure what we're making with eggs, but we're making eggs. Verity is going to suggest that Mabel takes another look outside as subtly as she can, see how close a German vehicle might be, should we need one to leave the town with.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't mention it. Yeah, I didn't mention it, but I was, in my head at least, I was thinking that I was side-eyeing the vehicles while we were with the officers and stuff. Maybe not when the sweet lady turned up, because she doesn't want to get caught doing it. But she was sort of paying attention a little to the vehicles around and if she could see keys in ignitions and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I will saddle up to a window and just see if I can casually peer out and see if they're... Or when we came in as well, did we go right past a vehicle outside the door or anything? Or
I'll do you one better.
Or maybe I could check the back door. Yeah.
I'll do you one better. You can spend 2 momentum to create one out of thin air. That is there. You can introduce the truth that there is a vehicle there.
I Okay, what I would like to do then is introduce a truth that there is a sort of just a domestic vehicle kind of thing, but like one of these sort of like kind of a covered kind of
Like a farm
truck
truck or something.
thing, but it's like a farm kind of vehicle.
Yeah.
But it's kind of
I'll say
out
it's one of
the
those
back rather than
at the
out the
back of
front
the
where we
pub.
came in. There's a side alley or some sort of back alley, and there's
Sure.
one out the back there that we could potentially grab and drive to the farmhouse or to another place if need be.
Sure, yeah.
Is kind of Mabel's thinking. If things have been compromised, the tunnel might well be compromised, and that getting there a different way might be a thing. So, yeah. So I will once I've come back with the pan and things, I'll be like, oh yes, good idea, and then I'll go scout around and spot this one.
Yeah, so this truck, it's one of those market, definitely like a farm truck, one of those market trucks I said that definitely is hauling in, one of the ones that is hauling in produce and stuff for the market. So yeah, a big open back truck that has that kind of canvas cover over the back. Looks a little, Mabel, you can spot a lemon from a mile off. Looks a little beat up, but it'll run. These things aren't designed to go fast, and they're designed for driving down bumpy country roads and stuff, so this will get you there. This will get you from A to B. Not going to outrun a German armored car, probably.
The talent,
but it will do.
No, but they would hope that they're planning to go stealthily if they're, or at least in disguise if they're taking that sort of vehicle anyway.
Sure.
So I do have the talent jerry rig, so I can repair it if need be, or any machine apparently, or not just repair. I mean, I can just do extra things to roll stuff and things. Just FYI. So.
Love that. All right, cool. So yeah, you can tell that's definitely within your skill.
I'll relay that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will relay that I've seen that to the guys as I come back. Just okay. It's a different option if needed.
Good.
Can I look for any flammable alcohol I can stuff into the backpacks? Into my backpack. Some Molotov material ready.
Yeah, the Mrs. Lemieux says, you want to like ask her about this, perhaps? Make this a
yes,
conversation?
Of course.
It's her. Yeah.
Excuse. Do you happen to have anything of high alcohol percentage? I am looking for things that will make, if need be, a bit of a fiery explosion against the Germans. Where I come from, we call them Molotov cocktails.
Yes, we make them. We make them too.
Oh, good.
I mean, I suppose we have you to thank for inventing those. Brilliant invention, actually. Very good resistance weapon. Thank you. And yes, we do have some alcohol that's particularly high. I'm afraid we don't have any gasoline. There's an awful shortage. Germans are taking everything. But I'm sure I could loan you a bottle or two of some high-proof whiskey that'll burn nicely.
Absolutely, I would love that.
Would you like anything to drink while you're here? We have the full bar. You're welcome to make yourselves at home.
Yes, Gaston was not the only one who took a bit of a beating from the Germans, so something to kind of dull the pain here I'm feeling for a moment.
Would that be vodka in your instance?
You have? It kind of brightens
Not much.
up. I will take it. You
Not
are
much.
a godsend.
The Germans don't care for it, so they don't tend to rob it off of us like they do everything else.
Yes, it is the weakness of
steal the wine.
fascism. No stomach for it.
Oh yes, that's certainly one of the weaknesses of fascism, isn't it?
Indeed. When this is all over, you and I can talk about the glories of communism. Do not worry.
Well, I don't know about all that, but... ladies, is there anything I can get you? And the guy you saw who threw Gaston up on the table comes back out, like cigarette hanging out of his mouth, hands covered in blood, just like wiping him on a washcloth, and then turns around and grabs a plate of bread and cheese with his like still kind of bloody hand, and places it down in front of you and just goes, "Yeah, he's gonna be fine. He's all right. But hey, eat up. I made you guys some snacks."
What a relief,
Right.
thank you.
Do you have any tea?
Oh, Mabel, could you be more English?
I don't think so.
English.
I
I think it's 100% both sides.
Belgium. Totally Belgium-ish.
You don't have to lie to us. It's okay.
Good. Could I have some tea, please?
Yeah, and the man with bloody hands says, of course, I'll take care of it. I actually had the burner on anyway to cauterize Gaston's wounds, so yeah, no, sure, I'll be right back. And as he goes back there, you hear, it sounds like the kettle being picked up off the stove. You can hear the metal scrape, and then a sound, and Gaston scream bloody murder. And you hear this man, "Oh, pipe down, you big baby, you'll be fine." All right, putting the kettle back on, be right back.
And I would like to look around for something to refill my hip flask with, because I have a feeling it's going to be that kind of a week. Brandy would be nice, but you know, whatever's going.
Brandy. Yeah, well, Madame Lemieux says, again, the Germans don't have much of a taste for brandy either. Again, they just keep robbing all of our damn wine. It's so irritating. I have a bit of brandy, if you'd like. You're welcome to take the bottle. I don't care for the stuff.
Perfect. And she's gonna refill the hip flask, and then she's gonna take the cheese and she'll chop it up to put it in with the eggs. She's taking breakfast very seriously. She's a very
making a
good
nice omelet.
cheesy omelette that's going on right now. Thanks to chat for suggestions on what I might make with the eggs.
And a few minutes later, the man with bloody hands comes back out again and has a hot boiling kettle and just drops a mug down in front of you, Mabel, with just a very kind of rudimentary tea bag dropped in it. Pours some hot water on it. You try not to think about where that kettle has just been as he pours it. But he reaches down with a bloody hand and just says, Jacques, very good to meet you. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
But then he wipes it like on his shirt and then holds it back out again, still expecting a handshake.
I'll grab it. I mean, she's like used to oil and crap all over her, so she doesn't mind.
Just mix the grease with the blood. It's fine.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. What did you just say your name was? Sorry.
Jacques.
The blood was distracting. You're also
Jacques.
called Jacques. Oh, Jacques. Okay, got you.
Jacques, yes. No, not like
Right.
that one.
Yes. Figured. Anyway, yes, lovely to meet you.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had such difficulty getting here, but you're safe here for now. Don't stay long, of course. We can't have too much attention
Not-
here, but
Planning to. I mean, they're right outside the door, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't follow us in here, to be honest. So, probably best that we
Well-
just carry on this ruse and see what happens.
well, your friends will be back soon, and he points to
Yes,
Verity and says, and Miss, sorry, your name was?
Elise.
Yeah, and he's Gaston. Whatever. Sure, I'll get you that omelet. Don't worry about it.
I've got it. You stay out of my kitchen. Wash your damn hands.
Rude. Fine. Well, make yourselves at home. Relax. Your friends will be back soon, and then we can all get out of here. And meanwhile, Judith and Helen, you have traversed through the tunnels. And it is a decently long walk, but you, after a few moments of misdirection, it seems like perhaps the route through the tunnels has changed on occasion, maybe to throw off German spies or something.
Mhm.
Who knows? you're not always sure you're following the freshest trail markers, but you do eventually reach the end where there is a ladder leading up, and you can see light coming through the cracks of the door, the cracks of a trapdoor.
Judith looks at Helen, and she reaches behind her, pulls out a well-rod Mark II pistol, and just as she's got the gun ready, as she's very slightly
she holds
lifting
finger for 1 second, and she's gonna listen because she was told by Gaston that this was a sheep farm, so she's gonna listen to see if she hears any sheep. And because
Yes.
guess what? New Zealand's are a bunch of sheep farmers, so guess what kind of farm she grew up in as per her backstory. Right. So she's gonna see, like, do they sound do I hear them? And if so, do they sound normal? Or are they in like oh, something's odd here?
You put your ear to the door, and you do hear the faint bah. It all checks out.
Okay. Just be like, all right, everything should be fine. Not like, oh,
Still
all
very
these Nazis
cautious.
just rolled up. Crazy.
Very quiet, the pistol in one hand. And
as you creep,
take a peek.
Same. Super quiet.
And as you creep up through the top of the trapdoor, you are greeted by a man standing there, arms folded, who looks down at you and says, "Oh, good, you're here. Lovely to hear the church bells ring. Now you say..."
They ring for thee.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love that book, don't you? Come on in.
I haven't read it.
Welcome to
She
Ferme
considers
Dubois,
shooting him in
your
the
new home.
kneecap. She considers shooting him in the kneecap just out of principle.
Welcome. Come in.
But she does not.
And he
can't
invites you up
stay.
into the farmhouse. He invites you up into the farmhouse, shows you about, and he is smoking a cigarette. And as he is just showing you around the first floor, letting you know where all of the radio equipment is, the weapons they have, he just opens the shutter and flicks the cigarette out. And I'm going to spend my final threat.
Helen would be like, do it! Like, try to stop him from flicking that cigarette butt out, but, yep. Too late. Too slow.
As a German private, a drunk asshole who just got done beating up on people at a market square, kicking men while they're down, and having a drunken, raucous one-man saturnalia all morning, is relieving himself on a tree nearby when he sees a cigarette butt flick through a window.
I shoot
And
him
says,
in the head.
"What the hell?" And that's where we'll
Seriously.
end for today.
All right, we're gonna have to do a super speedy wrap today because 1776 is like waiting to kick in. So
Yes.
Yep.
keep your butts in your seats. Amazing game coming up immediately next. It's gonna be incredible. Let's go around, say hello and goodbye. Very quickly, your favorite bit or what you're looking forward to next week and where we can find you on the internet. We're gonna go counterclockwise. We're gonna drop down to Kate Madison, Axis at Work, double me.
Oh, okay. Right. Hi, everyone. Kate Madison here. You can find me at Axis at Work on socials. If I actually tweet things, I usually just retweet Encounter stuff. And I'm here on Twitch under Kate Madison, so come find me. I stream most days, pretty much. Today I was legitimately frightened while we were being talked to by the sweet lady, and was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to shut up and hope the Verity can save us, because Kate herself was like, "Ooh, jeez, a little scary." Anyway, it was very cool. But now we're just making omelets, so everything's fine. Everything's fine, people. Had loads of fun. Thank you so much again. I will see you all next week. And on to the person.
Lindy!
That's
me.
no.
Yes, hi. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I am addicted to tabletop RPGs, so you'll find me playing some Ravenloft tonight on my channel, and just like now, like 2 minutes on LFM_network for Degrees of Madness, which is called Cthulhu. Check it out. It's hilarious.
And Rindis.
Hi, I'm Rentis of Party Wipe Games. You can find me everywhere at Party Wipe Games. Specifically, to keeping it short, tonight you can catch us the start of our new Vampire the Masquerade game, which we have changed to Blood of the Phoenix. We managed to kidnap Cadence, and so she'll be playing a Malkavian for the coterie there, and I'm super excited. Gonna pass it up to Cleric of Court.
And Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm at Cleric of Cord on Twitter, and I hang out in other people's Discord servers. I love this game. This was my heart rate. I think I need that drink. I think my heart rate's starting to slow down because that was tense. Thank you, Colin. You can find me tomorrow over on the Stalwart Initiative doing some Eberron D&D 5e, playing my most OP character ever. And then on Thursday with This Is How We Roll, the Lawful Geek, doing some Shadowrun 6e, and then back here on Tuesday. Have a great week, everybody.
Yes, Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin at Colonomicon on Twitch and Twitter and Discord and all the other places. I roll dice and pretend to be other people, and then I torture my friends by spending lots of threat. This was super fun. I love how this has been really tense and scary, and my heart rate's been up, and there hasn't been a single supernatural thing introduced into this game yet at all. Just regular old Nazis. And let's see, this week you can catch me on Friday at 6 o'clock here doing a first look for Black Void Under Nebulous Skies. We're going to be chatting with one of the developers. And then, like, almost immediately after that, you can catch me on my channel, 8 p.m., twitch.tv/Colonomicon, where I'm going to be talking with myself and Lydia on our show, The GM Postmortem. We're going to be talking with Anita from Critical Misses, and our topic's going to be introducing new players to TTRPGs. And then this coming Sunday on my channel, also twitch.tv/Colonomicon, I'm going to be doing a one-shot of One Last Job with a whole bunch of my friends from my server, and tune in and see that. That'll be fun. Then back here Monday for Song of the Deep on Monday, 8 o'clock, and then this again on Tuesday. So see y'all next week. Love you. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. Please do go and check out our sponsors if you're watching on YouTube. They're down below in the description box. And let's have a new hashtag for the week. Let's have... not fuck Hans, because I don't want you all getting in trouble on YouTube. Let's have hashtag I shoot him. No, let's not have that. Won't go down well either. Let's do hashtag I'm making eggs. There we go. I'm making eggs. That can be our hashtag. If you made it this far, put it in the comments.
Hashtag Stranglove. It's like strange love, but strang love. Yeah.
We
Make it happen.
nearly made it up to 69 retweets this week. Maybe we'll do it next week. We'll find out. But please stay tuned. 1776 Flames of Freedom's coming up next. I'm going to throw us a trailer and hand it over to the team. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next week for more of this. Achtung, Cthulhu, Medivhia's goodness. Goodbye.